What? 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 Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
Hi. Welcome to the Headliners. We're Mikey and Tim. Who the hell are you? Answer me.
That's a very cute story.
Where were you on the night of the 13th?
Where were you on January 6th?
Oh, yeah, I
2021.
gotta find that guy.
And just for Gina in the chat, it's all gonna be Gutfeld today. Just 2 hours of Gutfeld. We're just gonna do a best of the Gutcast. This is the Gutfeld review podcast where we watch Gutfeld show and review it.
Imagine. I'd quit.
I'd quit.
I don't want it that bad.
Monologue. Then we'd have to listen to fucking his panelists, all of which include fucking that Tyrese guy.
Oh my god. Or Tyrus.
Tyrus, yeah. Fuck that guy.
I can't deal with Tyrus. He is too much.
Yeah.
He makes me want to say the N-word in front of white people, and I don't feel comfortable doing that all the time. I save that word for my own people. I don't say it around y'all. Not for the daywalkers.
So there is actually a lot to cover Congress-wise. Last night, Mikey and I were playing some Call of Duty, and they were having votes on the big, whatever you want to call it.
Brutal.
I call it the Triple B, because I don't want to say the full name.
The BBL bill.
The BBL bill.
It's a fake ass. It's fake in its cheeks. That's why.
That one's just for Billy. And
nothing. Oh, here.
You didn't hear it?
Yeah, try again.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
I had to mute it because you had the show echoing through.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But it's cool now. It was just for the intro video.
I see.
There we go. I had to turn that freaking focus thing off.
So last night there was a bunch of votes in the House about getting this to the floor, and the Republicans encountered a hurdle of 5 no votes in getting it to the floor.
Say it in his voice.
Whose voice?
The slap chop guy.
Cilantro. Oh, I can't say the what's that?
Belgrano.
Cilantro, Belgrano, obligado, cheese and tomato.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
Why did he say bikini?
I don't know.
Why?
But while we were playing COD, we were encountering this fucking vote that apparently went on until 4 a.m. because they refused to close it without the votes. And Speaker Johnson or Donald Trump or somebody yelled at the 5 people who voted no, and 4 of them changed their no's to yeses. The guy who stormed, there was a guy from Pennsylvania, Republican from Pennsylvania, who fucking shouted no and then stormed out of the building. His no is still a no.
Uh-oh.
Everyone else changed to a yes because they were either threatened or promised something, I assume.
Uh-oh.
But now we are here.
No matter what it takes.
Speaker Jeffries has been speaking for 7 hours.
Make sure as House Democrats, we stand up for the principle.
And a House floor speech about the bill before they vote.
That every single child.
Mike Johnson wanted to vote at 8 a.m.
Pursuant
Eastern time, and it is now noon Eastern time.
We will never let anyone take that away. Not now.
I don't know how long Hakeem Jeffries wants to speak, but he has unlimited time.
Not ever. Not now. Not ever.
My question is, and we talked about this just for the show. Where were the Democrats? Where was their fucking fight
I think,
up until now in the House?
Mary Gay Scanlon, I'm appreciative of my big brother, Congressman Greg Meeks, my big brother in the United States Congress.
That's
So
weird.
We don't actually need to hear all of Hakeem Jeffries speaking because it's been relentless and boring.
And he has no riz. Tim, we have to say hello to the people.
Let's
Everyone
say hello to the people. Air horn.
Hi,
Gina.
Gina.
Bruno. Russell. You say that one.
It's Jilly Duar.
Oh, there we go.
You know him. You love him. It's Billy.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
Look at the trees. Or else. Alastamker, everyone's favorite. Dude, you might have to scoot over in Scotland. Just fucking make some room on the bench, will you? Because we're gonna need some asylum here in a minute. Ooh. Greg, the Dark Lord.
Yeah,
Greg. Yeah, Jeffries is hard to listen to.
Yeah, he is.
Is it because he's a little arrogant?
I think it's his what do you call it? Cadence. It's too slow. It's just mind numbing to listen to. I know that I speak slow and monotonally, but he's like the king of it. Simply Secular Dave.
Good morning to the Pin Podcast. The Pin Podcast.
The Pin Podcast. There we go.
We say that all the time. Trip.
Not respecting the business.
McKinnon. Hi, McKinnon. Oh my God. Yes.
All right. Going to fucking Scotland.
What's that fucking Punky Brewster that? Yes.
If anything changes, if Hakeem Jeffries decides to stop speaking, then we'll go back to it because then they'll immediately have the vote. And we all need to witness the Republicans either falling apart completely or being absolute monsters.
Yes. Do we want to start with the local stuff?
Yeah, let's start with some local
small fish.
yokel stuff.
We'll start with the small fish. Let's laugh. Oh, let's have a laugh, shall we?
I'm misleading.
Give me that. Give me that.
You can't have it.
It's mine now. Yo.
It seems every museum's nightmare has come true. That's how an Italian museum described what happened when a couple of tourists shattered a priceless work of art made of hundreds of crystals. The surveillance video shows the tourists pretend to sit on the chair for a pop-up photo op, I should say.
You know you big.
Then they were just like, nobody saw anything. Let's walk away.
There's no way they have cameras in this place.
One man appears to slip and fall onto that chair, crushing it before they took off. Luckily, the chair was able to be repaired, but
why would you try to sit on that?
That doesn't look like it wouldn't break if you sat on it.
I wouldn't put my phone on that. It would fall over.
Museum officials are urging visitors to...
I mean, look at it. And you're going to put your khakis on there?
That looks like the moment you put any weight on it, it would just like collapse in on itself.
Just blow on.
Respect the art.
Unbelievable. Do not sit on fucking artwork, okay? I don't know why I have to tell people this, but now you know.
If you see the painting of the Mona Lisa, don't sit on it.
Don't try to fucking like, oh, I could rest my drink on the top and it'll stay balanced. Like, don't try that. You're going to spill it. Like, I'm a nervous Nelly about 90% of my life, and I like to take precautions so that I don't have to have tragedies. Like, I used to DJ, and then people come up and they fucking put their beer on my table, and I'm like, yo, move your beer. I'm not going to spill it, man. I'm like, that's why it's called an accident. Because you don't mean to do it. So
you're still going to fucking do it.
But it's going to happen regardless. Yep. So get your fucking drink off my fucking thing, or I could just get you out of here. This one we missed, and I saw this, and then I was like, we have never covered this. We got breaking news from Triton of the Bin Podcast Network. Mark says Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox on August 26th.
Breaking news.
Yes. Oh, there is some gamer talk that we need to talk about too. I gotta grab that. But this happened in Phoenix. They explain it pretty well.
Tonight, you're watching new and exclusive video. For the first time, you'll see the man who is deaf, beaten and tasered by Phoenix police, give his side of the story. He's being recorded by officers inside the hospital right after that violent arrest.
And then they always have like a fucking blue, like a blue or orange motherfucking drink or some fucking wild shit.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
or they have a big tankard of beer. And I'm like, this is computer, turn to mixer, fucking power supply. Get away from me with your. Do you see me up here with drinks? I'm very thirsty, but I have a table on the side away from my fucking expensive shit. Fucking weirdos.
NBC15 Chief Investigator Dave Biscabing broke the story.
And tonight, Dave's back with several new videos that reveal a lot more about what happened.
This case is a messy one for Phoenix police. It's got the nation's attention. It's under internal investigation. It happened.
Well, he hasn't talked about it yet. I was going to say, did you hear about this, Tim?
After the DOJ's investigation.
Probably let him talk
and
about
a lawsuit. And the new video you're about to see will play a role in all of it.
Super chat.
I don't know what denomination of money that is.
5 British pounds.
It says, Mikey, Mikey, I would have said that you will spill it as you were an accident. So you will have an accident.
Just because I was an accident, I like to call myself a surprise.
I was a surprise.
Surprise! You sold all the kid shit. Here comes a boy. I have 2 older sisters, so.
By now, you and millions of others have seen this video of this violent arrest.
Okay, let's go back a second.
I have not seen this.
And there's going to be a lawsuit. And the new video you're about to see will play a role in all of it. By now, you and millions of others have seen this video of this violent arrest. Officers jumping out of their cars, then punching and tasering Tyrone McAlpin. What you haven't seen is this video, taken 90 minutes later, showing Tyrone in the hospital. This is not a police interview, but officers are recording him. It shows a doctor or nurse asking Tyrone about his injuries.
My face. The left side of your face? Okay. Were you punched? Did you hit your head on the ground? How did your face get injured?
Tyrone is signing at this monitor.
I got punched.
An interpreter.
The officers.
There you go. He's deaf.
He's deaf? Fuck, man.
I gave him commands. You gave him verbal commands. You did not identify yourself. You did not look at him, face to face so that he could read your lips and hear that you were trying to do. And he said, I was trying to sign. I was trying to point to my ears to tell them I'm deaf. Remember, I'm deaf.
Yeah, I guess I was sitting on my face, and I told them I was trying to give it to my ears, like, hey, I can't hear, pointing to my ears. I was just trying to show some gesture. And then the cops, and that's the cops that grabbed me, so I was trying to show, like, hey, I can't hear, pointing to my ears, and they stopped, and they grabbed me. Okay.
Again, that's from Tyrone right after the arrest, before he's ever spoken to a lawyer. And to repeat, he says he raised his arms, tried to point to his ears, but officers grabbed him too quickly.
Yeah, I was trying to tell them that I have a disability. Do you have any health problems or disabilities?
And what was the crime?
Yeah, what was he doing? Was it nothing? Was it nothing?
They never said, did they?
Being deaf.
Tyrone and his attorneys say he also has cerebral palsy.
So back when I was like 3 or 4 years old, I used to walk with a walker. Okay. And I had braces on both of my legs. Did you pass out? With the taser.
Tyrone
They
told the medical
tased him?
he had trouble seeing out of his left eye, plus neck pain, chest pain, trouble breathing, and when moving to lift his shirt, he yelped in pain. Now, we also got more body camera video that explains a lot more about what officers knew before and after the arrest.
I don't care what you know. You can't just dive out of a moving car and tackle somebody and start punching them and tasing them.
Yeah, man. Oh, those tasers are not less than lethal.
No, they could totally fucking kill you, especially if you have anything medical. If you have any like comorbidities.
Yeah. Cerebral palsy being one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, make his spine contract uncontrollably. That's a great idea.
Start at the very beginning. This never-before-seen footage shows what the first officer was told, heading to a trespassing/fight call from workers at a Circle K.
Aggressor, white female?
What? Is the cop colorblind?
Shows what the first officer was told, heading to a trespassing/fight call from workers at a Circle K.
Aggressor, white female? I wonder what he said. What the hell did he say? And that's a joke, by the way, body camera. It's a joke. I give you permission to laugh at the joke.
The officer joking with his own body camera is Officer.
Oh, it's funny now, huh? Put your suit on and go to court. Funny man.
Yeah.
Officer Ben Harris. As he drives, dispatch clarifies the aggressor is actually a white man, something Officer Harris repeats to himself.
White male, 20s, gray shirt, blue shorts.
Mikey, I don't see color.
That's why I hate that shit. Because that's the same language that those motherfuckers use.
Mm-hmm.
I get the sentiment where you guys don't when people say that, where they say like, I'm okay with people being different. Your difference is not a problem to me. That's not the same as saying I don't see color. That means you're invisible and you're nothing. So I'm not yelling at you. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. No, I mean like that was a whole bit from you remember the Colbert Report?
Mm-hmm.
When Stephen Colbert was playing that character, like he would always say that, like as a conservative,
right?
He would be like, "Oh yeah, I don't see color," and like it's all it's all dog whistling for fucking trying to the whole colorblind society thing. It's just not the way that they want it to be.
It's almost like that should have been our clue that America's really stupid, because a lot of people thought Colbert was a Republican.
Oh
like
my
a
God.
lot of people didn't, like they were like, he's got a shotgun on his desk. He's mocking you.
It's a bit.
He's mocking you.
and honestly, Stephen Colbert, the person, the actual person, is a very religious Christian from South Carolina who is so liberal.
Yes.
Like you would expect him to be conservative because of where he lives and his religious values and all that stuff. However, he is so liberal.
Pretty soon we're gonna become this country.
White male, 20s, gray shirt, blue shorts.
Officer Harris then arrives and goes into the store.
Do you need him to leave?
Yeah, I don't want to come out.
The man claims he was assaulted by multiple people, and outside he points across the street. That's where Tyrone is walking.
You're alleging he assaulted you. Do you want him to go to jail?
Yes, he put his hands on me. I felt violent, and he was pushing me outside the door, and he was standing outside the door opening it, saying,
"Why don't you wait here for me?"
Harris conducts no follow-up with store employees.
Hey, buddy, stop where you're at.
Now, we've shown what happens next plenty of times. We're not going to play it all in this report.
Apparently he's deaf, and signs, so I don't know.
So let's get to what happens after.
Yeah, he was yelling and threatening me. Was he?
He was walking by.
The guy's deaf. He doesn't talk. He signs. So how is he the guy that you're fucking looking for? And this is the other fucking problem. Just because some fucking yokel points out a black dude, it doesn't give you free reign to just grab whoever that motherfucker could be lying. Did you ever fucking consider that the white dude fucking lied? How hard is that to fucking figure out?
That's not like police investigative work. That's just randomly guessing.
Yeah.
Racistly randomly guessing.
Fucking racist darts.
is arrested. As other officers investigate, they continue to learn that what this guy claimed was false.
Oh my God, who could have known?
Who could have seen this coming?
In fact, back at the store, Circle K employees say he also got into a fight the night before with someone else.
He got into it with somebody in the parking lot.
The white dude.
The white dude got into it with somebody in the parking lot. That person hit him in the face and busted his face open.
So we're talking about last night, and he made it up.
He bled, the one that made the complaint today.
Yeah, because we could see when she showed up, you could see the blood on his foot.
Okay, that was from last night.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, because the one with the black guy today, they didn't even fight. I don't even think that he threw a punch.
They were doing the boxing stuff, yeah.
But they never did make contact. No, that they didn't. I'm telling you.
You're talking about Chief Wiggum.
We were all standing right here. The guy.
All right, guys. We got a couple of bad guys over here.
The guy told him to leave. Like we were telling him to leave, the white guy wouldn't listen at all.
Right. That's what she was telling me.
Wouldn't listen. So then the black guy was like, "Hey, man, leave."
This employee clarified Tyrone was actually motioning at the guy to leave.
She was to leave.
This is why eyewitness accounts are dog shit. He did not actually say anything. He gestured to leave. And here she is. He was like, go, leave. Your words and how you communicate are very important. Be careful which words you use because they could have other fucking meanings. People are stupid.
Once again, the problem is like no investigative work was done until after the fact. This dude was tackled and tased for no reason. Based on one fucking dude. Couldn't you even get a corroborating witness? A second person who said that, yeah, this happened. Instead of just going on one apparently crazy fucking dude's opinion.
Like the dude's like the fucking town menace. Like he's just out here fucking high on everything, lying his dick off. And the cop's just like, yeah, I'll grab that guy over there, fucking rough him up, and I don't know why he's fighting me. Because you just ran up and grabbed me, dog. If anything, he should have pulled in, parked, and tapped him on the shoulder. Hey, I need you to stop. Hey.
Right. The bare minimum effort could have been made to like not tase a guy.
Perhaps.
His hands because he cannot talk.
Workers say people at the store know Tyrone. He lives nearby and comes often.
He always stands at the door and opens the doors for people. Got here, the black guy was here opening doors for everybody.
And that's his usual routine.
Yeah, he does that every day. Yeah.
Now, there's one more clip we want to show you.
That violent motherfucker holding doors for people. Fucking polite criminal.
It's from Officer Ben Harris. Again, he's the first officer to go after Tyrone. At the scene, when describing the force he used on Tyrone, he says this.
Any strikes?
Oh, yeah, head strikes. That's what broke my hand.
Head strike.
That's
He
different.
hit him so hard he broke his hand.
And testifying to get criminal charges against Tyrone.
At one point, when I was trying to regain control of his arm, following his initial punch swings,
he was trying to get his hand back. That's lying. Just on the so when you hear, oh, that person testified, this bitch is a cop, an officer of the law, and he is bold-faced lying. Bald-face even. Is it bold or bald? I've never known.
I think it's bald.
Bald-face. Boldly bald-face lying.
Baldly bold-face lying.
Baldly.
It appears as though when I went to grab his arm, these fingers became jammed in his forearm and bent over all the way to my palm.
Look at him with his hand all wrapped up. Like
here's
he's
a fucking thought.
Victim.
Here's a fucking thought. Maybe don't fucking jump out of your car and start punching a guy for no reason. Maybe just ask him.
And if he doesn't respond, maybe he doesn't hear you.
Maybe he can then tell you that he's fucking deaf.
Perhaps he should, maybe he's been punched in the head too many times and he doesn't know how to think like an adult who's carrying a gun and who's in charge of going after criminals. Like this is the other bad thing about shitty fucking cops. If he's fucking incompetent enough to do this, how do we trust this guy in a hostage situation, or if there's a bank robber, or if there's I don't know, a school shooting? These are the dumb motherfuckers that are showing up. What are they gonna just fucking start beating shit out of the parents like they did in fucking like they did in Uvalde?
Right.
Just start going after the parents who are like, I'm gonna go in there and do something because you refuse to do something. This is this is what they want.
Demonstrated like this.
After we broke the story, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office reversed course and dismissed the criminal charges against Tyrone. And
criminal charges. They were gonna fucking lock him up.
For nothing. For nothing.
What?
They were gonna lock him up because the cop assaulted him.
Right. And the cop can't get in trouble. So he's let's just one more black guy. He's just gotta go to jail, you know.
his attorneys tell us they plan to file a notice of claim. That's basically the first step in a lawsuit. I'm investigator Dave Biscabing.
So that was in Phoenix, and that was from 7 months ago.
Dave Biscabing.
Biscabing.
That's a fun name. Biscabing.
All right, where is this? I think this is this is in this is in Indianapolis. Speaking of fucking garbage ass fucking Indiana.
New video of what happened. Ooh, I need to be quiet and let you listen to that. 21st and Emerson. These are the suspects breaking into that fireworks store, Daniel, early this morning.
Yeah, Aaron Sparks, the business owner of the Big Works Fireworks at 21st and Emerson, releasing this video to our kid Hanley. We're just getting it in, and if you pay close attention to the writing,
I mean, come on, y'all.
Screen, you can see at least 4 suspects on that table taking fireworks, and Angie and I closely looked at this video, and we saw someone who looked like they're at least 10 or 11 years old.
He looks young in one of them. So again, the owner of the building.
Oh, look at that nice bright complexion. Must be a black kid.
Looked at all of the videos, said he saw what he thought were 5 or 6 suspects in hoodies. He got that alarm alert early this morning.
Yeah, they walk like white people.
That someone had driven their car right through his business, and he could see these boys or men or girls in hoodies stealing from them.
Yeah, you can
boys or men or girls or women or whatever.
This is covered. Again, this is happening at 5109 East 21st Street at 21st and Emerson. Police, obviously, a large police presence still right now, using a drone and K9 units to look for the suspects. One vehicle we do know was towed away from the scene on a flatbed. But again, breaking right now, a video here released of that crime scene of some suspects.
So this is why, let me go to this part right here. So if you guys go to like Best Buy, Target, pretty much any store, and they'll have like a decorative lion, or Target has like the red balls. They put the big red balls and they're right out in front of the door. This is why, because dudes will get in a pickup truck, they will reverse through the sliding glass door, load up the pickup truck, and drive the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
They backed their fucking tailgate right through the, look at that.
New video of what happened.
Isn't that the license plate? Oh shit, I can't see it. There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of blurry though. I don't know if you can make it out.
You know what's crazy? I can't believe people commit crimes using cars. There's this funny thing called the DMV. And let's say you have, Tim, you don't have to tell me your exact car, but let's say Tim has, I know you have a Subaru, but we're going to make it a WRX. We're going to make it a 2004 WRX with gold rims. That's my favorite.
Ooh.
I like that one. There's only so many of those registered with the state. Fuck everybody else. If I'm a detective and I know, oh, it's a blue Subaru, but I can't get the plates. All right, cool. I'll just look up how many blue Subarus are registered around here. What do you know? Tim's house is 10 miles away. Let's go pay him a visit. Oh, look, it's all smashed to bejesus in the back because like they're so dumb. They're going to catch you. Ooh, yes, STI 6-speed. Oh, what a car. What a car. Yeah, you're gonna get caught, dude. 100%.
Along the fireworks thing, Mikey, I got something for you.
Okay. Oops. Oh yeah. No audio. I got you. Nope, it's muted.
Oh, hold on.
You
In the
muted it.
Northern California community.
Let's try that again.
And that breaking news, an explosive fire at a warehouse storing fireworks. Blasts rattling a Northern California community all night long, and a fire so intense, firefighters have had to stand back and just let it burn. Good evening.
Let
Thank you
it
for
happen.
joining us. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm J.R. Stone. The fire in Yolo County set off a towering plume of smoke visible for miles across the North Bay.
Yeah, it's really a challenging situation for fire.
Can you pause it real quick? Good points there. Probably cost more to repair than what they stole. Yeah, you stole $500 in cigarettes, and you got cigarettes. And cigarettes. Fireworks. Just to have to spend $1,200 to fix your back end. Like, you should have just bought them. Save yourself $700. Cops, go to the repair shop.
You can hear the pop, pop, pop of those fireworks going off for hours tonight. Flames burning strong.
Damn.
Now, Mikey, we didn't get the sound effect for that. Do you want to make the
pop? Would you like of those fireworks going off for hours tonight? Flames burning strong. The Yolo County Sheriff's Office says it was.
I can't do my soundboard yet.
Tonight, flames burning
Oh,
strong.
that's right. You can't hear
the
the
Yolo
soundboard.
County Sheriff's
Oh, well.
Office says it was a warehouse storing fireworks that blew up around 6 p.m. near Esparto, north of Winters. The fire has burned nearly 80 acres so far with no containment.
We believe that one warehouse facility, a large fire from that facility led to numerous spot fires in the area. I don't have an accurate number of structure, but there are multiple.
Evacuations were ordered for the surrounding area near Highway 16. It's not clear if anyone is hurt. A bomb squad and arson investigators from the state fire marshal are on the scene tonight, working to figure out exactly how this started.
Those firework factories are not a great place.
Do we need fireworks still?
I don't need them. Hey,
I mean, it's not the 50s anymore. Can we grow up and stop just fuck? Because all you're doing is pissing off your neighbors.
Yeah.
That's all of it. It's a neighbor piss off. And then you pay people to piss off your neighbor. You could just do that on your own.
Yeah. PSA, I know tomorrow is the 4th of July or whatever. And a lot of people, they buy the fireworks and they like to shoot them off in their yards. Maybe don't. Maybe because you don't know if your neighbors have like reactive dogs, or your neighbors have PTSD, or they're sensitive to light and sound. And you like, maybe if you want to shoot off the fireworks, ask your fucking neighbors first.
Picture this, Tim. You're 21 and you enlist in the army, and you get sent over to Afghanistan where you lose both of your legs, but now you're back into suburbia, and you're just trying to relax after a call. Mortar shells! Mortar shells! All fucking night.
Oh my God.
Works, but then you have to go to sleep, and then you still hear the explosions. Now you're triggered. Now your PTSD is triggered, and you're a crumpling mess on the floor weeping because these guys won't stop blowing shit up. Stop. Sleep. Everybody needs to sleep.
I know that tomorrow.
Yell at the clouds.
Wait, damn kids in your loud sounds. I know that tomorrow, just like every 4th of July, I will have to take my dogs and drive them somewhere where they're not shooting off fireworks. Because my dogs, they are sensitive to the loud noises, and they do not like them. One of them is blind, so it completely screws him up.
Yeah, they are too selfish to care.
Yeah.
Fireworks should not be publicly available for the general public to purchase and use. They should only be allowed in professional shows. Like, I think a good fireworks show. Yeah. I mean, it's usually over. I mean, they start like right at sunset, which in July is probably 8-ish. And then by 9-ish, you're all fucking scrambling to get through the parking lot to get home. that's a once a year inconvenience that everybody can suffer. But the week before, a hell of a lot the day of, and then a month after, people are still blowing shit up. Like not the small ones. The big loud M80 motherfuckers. Like it's too much.
So it's even to the point where like I said, I have to take my dogs and like go somewhere, like just drive on the highway, and so they're not blowing up fucking fireworks. But like we had in our previous house, we had gotten the not soundproof windows, but they lowered the sound that was outside.
Sound deadening.
And we could still, like, the people right across the street just for weeks blowing up fucking fireworks around like Memorial Day and the 4th of July and Labor Day, I guess. Like,
and then sports teams
and
if any team wins in your city, someone's gonna be blowing some shit up as soon as the bell sounds.
Now, if you got shit that doesn't make a lot of noise, cool, fine. But people buy the fucking whistling shit.
The screaming eagle.
There is, so I watch a lot of professional wrestling, and WWE, they do a lot of pyro in their shows. They do a lot of fireworks and whatnot. And it's loud, and people have like sensitivities to things, sensory problems. It's not great for them to be near that kind of pyro. There's another wrestling company, AEW, who they also do pyro, but it's like sensory safe pyro. It's not particularly loud and it's not particularly bright. And if you have sensory issues,
it's a bubble in a fog machine mixed together.
Well, it's not loud pyro, and there's not like big flashes. So if you have like autism or some sort of sensory issue, it's safer for you. Like they went to a bunch of autism groups and was like, hey, what can we do to make our show more sensory friendly for you?
Right.
And I feel like if they applied that to fireworks in general,
or
it would be nicer. Or the earth, yes. Make the earth more sensitive, more sensory friendly.
It should be. It doesn't have to be the way it is.
Tell the sun to fucking calm down a little bit. Christ.
Oh yeah, let me see what it was. So we got like some I never looked at this. I'm not gonna lie, this weather default Apple weather app, they have so much more data than they used to. And I'm like, yes. Where is it? Oh yeah, the UV. So the UV index here right now is 9.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 11.
Oh, it goes to 11. That's
11.
Funny.
11 is extreme. So, like tomorrow's a 6, 7, 6.
So the sun can turn it up to 11. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. It will and has.
What's my UV index? My UV index is also a 9.
Sun protection strongly recommended. Levels of moderate or high are reached from 9 to 6. So all day.
Although I have thunderstorms coming, so it won't be all day. It'll be for like another few hours and then thundery weather.
It says here the World Health Organization UV index, UVI, measures ultraviolet radiation. The higher the UVI, the greater the potential for damage and faster harm can occur. The UVI can help you decide whether to protect yourself from the sun and when to avoid being outside. The WHO recommends using shades, sunscreen, hats, and protective clothing at levels of 3, moderate, or higher. It's 9.
It's you know what? With all these cuts to NOAA, and I'm sure we're leaving the World Health Organization if we already haven't. Yeah. It'll just be varying levels of happy sun. A 9, maybe next year will just be a very happy sun. An extremely happy sun.
We can only hope.
A burningly happy sun.
What was I going to say? Oh, pop quiz. Which month are we closest to the sun? In our elliptical orbit.
Are you talking about like our longitude and latitude specifically, or like the Earth?
The Earth distance to the sun? Which is it closest? Which month?
I want to say like July.
Okay, July from Tim. Chat. September
feels
from
that
Sarah.
way.
September. December from Billy. August from Trip. Okay, we got some. Oh, I need some. Let's see. Get the. You can put in your guess in the chat. Does it not change? It does change. Yes.
Yeah, because our
there it is
around the sun.
Bum 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 bum.
January.
Correct. The heat we are feeling is because instead of a glancing blow of sunlight, it is hitting us. Now we are in the northern hemisphere. We are tilted, so now we are getting that direct, not diffused sunlight, and it sucks. It really sucks.
The global warming doesn't help.
It's not my fun. It's not fun. So we're getting that direct UV. Well, we're getting a lot of radiation, not just UV. The ultraviolet, and there's some gamma and X-ray, but our atmosphere usually takes care of
gamma rays. Can I become an Incredible Hulk?
It can't hit the surface.
Oh. What if I build a device?
Okay, I'm listening.
That just pumps me full of gamma rays.
Right.
Will I become an Incredible Hulk?
Yes.
Or do I need the super soldier serum too?
No, you don't. You will be a big tumor. You will just be a giant tumor. There will be no Tim left. It'll be all cancerous tumors. Just tumors everywhere. As far as when I was young, this place was all so wear your sunscreen, because even though we're far away, we are directly pointed at the sun, and it is cooking our shit right now.
I would say that I've been in the Scotland type climate, and it is great. I've spent some time in Ireland, both in the late spring and the early winter, and it is just fine.
Oh god, sorry.
I would gladly live in Scotland. Please take me.
You won't be the Incredible Hulk. You'll be Tumor Man.
Tumor Man. Isn't that Deadpool?
You'd be Deadpool.
I just need to be Tumor Man and a mutant at the same time. So
is Deadpool a mutant?
Yeah, he's a mutant.
Is he though? I thought he got experimented on, and that's what gave him the thing.
No. That's Wolverine. Wolverine got experimented on. That's how he got the adamantium skeleton.
Well, he had the healing factor, and that's why they could do all the experiments.
Okay, so let's go on a bit of a tangent here.
So
Deadpool
was normal.
Deadpool was a normal guy, and then he got that. I mean,
he got cancer.
He got cancer. It depends on like what interpretation you're going with here. Like,
yeah,
because like in some of the comics, he's always a mutant, I think. And, in the MCU, he was a cancer guy. Well, now the MCU, he was a cancer guy who got the mutant serum, and then his genes changed, and then he became a mutant. But like the healing factor is a mutant thing.
So but that's what I'm saying. He got that artificially. He didn't start off with like a healing factor and then got cancer, and then the cancer turned into the healing factor, and that's what keeps him alive. Like,
I
don't think. Yeah, I think it was he artificially got it.
Yeah. He wasn't. I mean,
I guess that mutates him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's become a mutant.
He's become a mutant.
I am become mutant.
And his superpower is that he can fight cancer with his healing factor. And there's a big debate on whether or not him or Wolverine have a better healing factor.
Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, who's got the better? Who would win in a fight?
Deadpool got Wolverine's healing factor.
Yeah.
In comics.
In the comics, yeah.
He's a mutant. His genetic mutation was activated with a serum and died in that tube thing.
In the MCU.
Right.
Who do you like better? Deadpool or Wolverine?
Overall, altogether, Wolverine, hands down. Fucking 90s animated Wolverine is the coolest dude there ever was, and I will never root against him. Hugh Jackman does a pretty all right job.
Hey, he does pretty good. Like, I think it depends on the movie that he's in and like who's directing. Because like the first couple X-Men movies were really good. I like
they had their moments. They had their moments.
The third one was god awful trash.
The timelines are just so
timelines
everywhere.
are so crazy.
There's 17 different people making everything. It's like, what is happening?
And I think the two like Wolverine solo movies were kind of
I mean, that's why I had to go back to 90s Logan, because the Deadpool movies are funny. Like, they're really fun. Like, they're well made. They got some nice action. Oh, hero jump or hero landing.
Yeah.
Like I love that. It's really good.
It's clear that Ryan Reynolds really wanted to have like good Deadpool movies.
So much so that he became Deadpool himself. He said, "I'll make it myself."
Because he really wanted to be like the Deadpool in that X-Men Origins movie with Wolverine, where he was like in it for like 5 minutes, and then they turned him into that crazy thing at the end. Yeah, like that was weird. That was the writers going, source material, I can do better.
I know everything. I'm the director.
All right, tangent over.
Tangent averted.
Oh my God, is it Mika shuffling papers?
Dude, Michael Steele's been doing it too. Oh my God, him too.
Got your data, dumbass.
Democratic governors in red states like Kentucky and Kansas have been warning of the consequences if Republican lawmakers in Congress do pass this massive budget bill, as they are expected to do a short time from now. Those leaders say it would take health care and food assistance away from Americans who need it most. The bill cuts Medicaid, as we've been telling you, by $930 billion. It also cuts another $285 billion in food assistance. The Congressional Budget Office estimates nearly 12 million Americans will become uninsured by the year 2034.
Will that make health care for everybody else go up or down?
Down.
If more people if more people are uninsured, everyone who does have insurance, your costs will go up.
No, the Republicans think it'll go down.
Oh, you're doing the Republican thing.
Becomes law, and
I was like, Tim.
3 million more will
Everyone will have
for food stamps.
It'll trickle down. It'll trickle down. The health care will trickle down to the poors, as they like to call them.
All the extra hospitals will just start building themselves.
They're gonna listen. These Medicaid cuts are gonna close hospitals. A lot of rural hospitals. That's what those people were voting no about, by the way. They were from swing districts or rural districts where their hospitals are going to get shut down because they're not getting the Medicaid funding they need to stay open.
So what you're telling me is, even if I have insurance that I pay for through my job, I'm going to have to pay more because there's not going to be more people getting health care and less people to pay for it. So I'm going to have to pay for that anyway.
I do want to continue the bit, but yes, that is what is going on.
It's almost like we warned you.
This
is a good graphic. We'll go through this.
And there's no tax and tips on overtime thing. It's such fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's for 25 fucking grand, you losers. We told you he was lying. Yeah, no tax on the first 25 grand. Do you live on fucking 25 grand a year? I bet you don't. They're just going to tax all the rest of it just like normal. You didn't it's not worth it. The tax on 25 grand at your tax bracket is like $2 grand.
Here's how we fucking solve this, right? So they got an extra $150 billion with a B for immigration enforcement. So Kristi Noem doesn't fucking blow up her own budget. And $150 billion extra for the military that the military doesn't even want. They don't need it.
They don't have any people.
They're just gonna fucking waste the money. If you want to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse, the Pentagon is the first place to go. There's so many bridges to nowhere in that fucking department.
Hey, Pete Hegseth's got it.
Yeah. So if you get rid of those, and then you can give our SNAP benefits back at least.
Yeah.
That pays for, like, come on, guys. And then they're getting rid of the energy tax credits, all of them. So Elon will be so upset about that.
I mean, yeah, but Elon doesn't do the windmills, which
he doesn't do the windmills,
which are great for us out here on the high plains, on the high plateau, where it's windy 24/7. And you know what? Maybe those farmers wanted to get that fucking money, that free fucking money from the wind that is tearing up everything around here anyway. Might as well get some fucking power out of it. Fuck that. Why?
Yeah. And the craziest part is, and there was a whole wing of the Republican Party that they're supposed to be all about this, is having a balanced budget, right? This tax thing, this reconciliation package throws the budget so far out of fucking whack. $5 trillion to the debt ceiling they're adding, because they know that they're going to incur debt of between $3 and $5 trillion in the next 10 years, probably more.
Yeah, it's going to be more, because this doesn't factor in the tariffs.
Right. The Congressional Budget Office said it's going to be at least $3.5 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like Vaught's Congressional Budget Office, right? The CBO, well, the CBO works for Congress, but there's also like an OMB assessment that said the same thing. This is crazy. Any Republican who was about an amendment to the Constitution to balance the budget, where are you now?
Exactly.
If you want an amendment to the Constitution to balance the budget, then you should be advocating for balancing the budget.
Well, before we tell everybody else to balance the budget, we want to spend like fucking crazy first.
Yeah. Yeah. The tax cuts that are in effect now, they want to make permanent, which are terrible. They want this country to run on nothing, less than nothing.
No, they want the country to pay them.
Well, yeah, but the country's not going to pay them. That's the problem.
Everything, fuck every sector.
Yeah.
Just pay me tariffs. And, you know what I mean? Like, fuck everything. Just give the government money is what he wants to do.
Right. And I don't know where their math is on this. It's fucking crazy on how they think that this is going to be a good idea for anybody. You're cutting people's health insurance. You're cutting their food assistance. You're cutting clean energy.
You're cutting our ability to get the food in the first place.
Right.
And workers, like, and all those like great doctors that you guys enjoy having for plastic surgeries and stuff like that. A lot of them are on visas.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people in our medical field are immigrants. So good job. This is, I mean, we'll be starting a new show telling everyone how to start a garden in your backyard, how to filter water with socks. Because
exactly.
That's exactly where we're going to be. They're literally tearing down the pillars of society.
And this is going to unevenly affect the Republican states.
Yeah.
We talked about this last time. If you live in a state that receives money from the federal government and for programs like block grants, good fucking luck.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck. And make sure you remember that in a year from now, when your Republican congressman is up for re-election, because they're all up for re-election every 2 years. So you have an opportunity every 2 years to fucking vote these fuckers out. And I wrote I started my own little political blog on Substack just to like see how Substack is.
How is it?
And it's okay. It's okay. But I wrote about how in the Senate, Senator Murkowski voted for the bill, but she doesn't like the bill.
Right.
And one of the reasons she voted for it is because she's not up for re-election as a senator in 2026. She's up for re-election in 2028. That's 3 years from now. Maybe her voters won't remember.
That's exactly what it is. She'll hoping that it'll be a totally different group of people and they'll wash all this under the bridge.
By the way, if you're on Substack and you want to follow my political blog, it's called This Might As Well Happen.
I like that.
But that's what's going on here. The calculus is from Republicans is that if this is done in July of 2025, then by November 2026, maybe people won't remember. But the problem with that is this shit, some of this shit goes into effect in like September.
Yeah.
And it's going to be
quick.
And it's going to be happening to people for a whole year. They're going to be quite pissed about it by the time it's election time. You can't blame this on the Democrats. Hakeem Jeffries has been speaking for 8 hours about how it's not going to be the Democrats' problem when this shit goes to hell.
Yeah.
Like when it hits the fan, the Democrats were unified, at least in the end, about this.
Except Fetterman.
Yeah, except for John fucking Fetterman. About how this is not their fault. This is the fault of the Republicans who are in the majority, who barely got it together because their own members in the Senate and in the House voted against this. And the only thing that brought them in line was either threats from Trump about primaries or promises for more power that may not actually happen. Brought them in line was either threats.
Sorry.
I could hear myself.
I was trying to click one of your pagans link so I could subscribe.
But yeah, that's what's going on here, is that the Republicans wanted this deadline in July so that it was as far enough away from the midterms elections as it could possibly be.
Yep.
And then I guarantee you when shit starts hitting, fans are going to be like, oh, this is the Democrats' fault. The Democrats did this.
We're gone already.
This is Joe Biden's fault.
Yeah, Joe Biden left me a terrible economy. That was the envy of the fucking earth. Like, shut up with this shit. Like, they keep trying to like shift blame on the brother. There ain't no Democrats closed all our hospitals. You think you're gonna be able to swing that fucking lie? All right, I'll wait and see. I guess I'll be proved wrong. Like the shit that, oh my god, look at all these craps riding in the fields. Damn Democrats. Like, what do you fucking, that's not like, this is shit that is like not political. That is going to be like, you know what I mean? That is going to be trying to shift it into the political. Good luck. Like, you can't blame us for this shit.
I think the crazy thing is they're talking about tax cuts and all that, but the tax cuts they're talking about are already in effect. So there's no change that's going to be seen from that. If you had a tax cut in 2017, it's in effect now. You're not going to see any other benefits from that. Nope. However, if you are on Medicaid and you can't meet their new fucking insane work requirements,
right,
you're fucked. And you know who to blame? Your fucking Republican congressman.
But what if you are working and you do fill out everything right, or you miss a page? Oh, well, then we're gonna have to see you next month, buddy.
Yeah,
because you know these appointments are not going to be like the whole structure. Remember, like, they got rid of all that shit. They fired everything. They got rid of the buildings. They got rid of all that shit. There's going to be like, you're going to have to show up in person and sit in line. So people are going to have to take off work and then they're going to skip it. And hey, RFK says he's got a whole line of fucking chemicals you can dip your body in for health.
And for all those who were asking, I'll leave that. For all those who are asking, yes, Hakeem Jeffries is still speaking. He's speaking right now.
Word. I'm over here looking at I popped out the YouTube chat so I could actually see it.
Oh.
I can't click links. This is pissing me off.
But all the stuff in this bill, and some of the nastier stuff got taken out. Some of the stuff not even related to the budget got taken out. Like they were trying to use Congress to limit the authorities of judges again. They were trying to do some and codify some executive orders on immigration in there that got thrown out. Stuff that's like not related to money at all. But this is the most harm they can do.
They don't like, and this is what I was trying to get the conversation with Graham on Monday. This doesn't serve their goal. It's like 5 or 6 people's different individual goals all scooped together. Because
Yeah.
these are totally different, unrelated people, all being channeled through Vought, being pumped into the Republicans' brains. Like,
yeah,
this is like raising the debt ceiling. That's a whole fight on its own. Like, each one of these, you know what I'm saying, is a whole fight.
Yeah.
But Trump is not making it past the midterms, because once this shit flips over, the impeachment shit is going to be fantastic. Fantastic. And he knows that. They all know that. So they are trying to get, like, this is 4 years or 8 years, kind of, because he didn't really do shit the first time. So this is, except for the
original tax bill. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all the rest of the shit that should have happened in 2016 and all the new shit that they want to do. So this is the culmination of 8 years worth of bullshit all in one bill. And they're like, if you don't do it, we're gonna. They can keep huffing and puffing, but I'm seeing some splintering. And now that people have had some time to sleep, motherfucking constituents have had a chance to start nibbling at the ankles. Okay, but the damage this causes, I'm not going to say maybe it is irreversible. We'll have to come up with something else after this.
Yeah.
Because this is just like scorched earth, salt the ground.
Yeah. And I think the calculus is that they are going to be sacrificing, not actually sacrificing, but politically sacrificing some Congress people on the Republican side to get this done. Like the people who live in the swing districts, they're not winning in 2016.
Nope.
You might even get some red districts that fall apart from all this nonsense. And there was a question in the chat from SG.
Oh, real quick, Billy, put Witchy's channel link in there too, please.
SG asks, what's the purpose of Hakeem Jeffries speaking for so long? Will it stop the bill? No. This is a delaying tactic. Hakeem Jeffries wanted them to vote on it when the most people would be watching. He didn't want them to vote on it at like 6 a.m. Eastern time, when the West Coast is still asleep and people wouldn't be watching for the most part. He wants this to be in like prime time, as late as he can go, so that the Republicans are on the record and everyone can see it.
Right.
Because Speaker Johnson apparently has the votes, minus one guy who's really pissed. If they lose in prime time, that's even better. But I don't think whatever promises or threats were made were heard by the members in the Republican side, and they've sort of fallen in line. Even the ones who are like, I'm never voting for this. So that's where it's at right now. He's still speaking. He's still going at it. I don't know how long he's going to do. It's already 1 p.m. on the East Coast. He's been going at it since 6 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah, this is Project 20. Everything, that little graph that we got on the screen is Project 2025.
The liberals made up Project 2025. That's a fake website.
And that's what I mean by like the Democrats should have had their shit together so long ago.
Yep.
January 21st, 2025, they should have had their shit together. Someone should have read the damn thing and said, we should start preparing to counter this.
Yep.
Instead, they're like, we'll wait and see. We want to wait. The Chuck Schumer, like, well, once Trump's numbers get below 40, Trump's numbers are always below fucking 40%.
Right.
Then we can start going after him. They should have had a plan as a group. I know that some individual members had a plan and they actually read the thing, but they should have had a plan as a party since January 21st. And they just didn't. And the fact that
we will win.
Yeah.
We will win.
Nobody listened to AOC. Nobody listened to Bernie.
Nope.
Nobody listened to the progressive members of the wing who are like, this is what's going to happen. And Chuck Schumer was just head in the sand.
When his numbers get to 1,063 decibels.
Fucking go away, guy. Just go
yes.
away, man.
SG, this is the last hurdle. Once Speaker Jeffries is done, like immediately after he's done, they're going to have the final vote to pass the bill, and then it goes to the president's desk to sign. He said he's going to sign it on the 4th of July, so he can have a big fucking show about it. But it doesn't go back to the.
Come on, aliens.
So this is how sort of the, I guess, bill process works in the United States in Congress. A House of Congress, let's say, because it started in the House of Representatives passes a bill. Then it has to go to the Senate. If they make changes to it, it has to go back to the House for them to vote on the changes. Essentially, they're amending their bill to match the Senate's. Both houses have to have the same bill before it can go to the president. So let's say, for example, the House didn't pass this. They would have to have what's called a conference committee, which is a mix of senators and House members to agree on one final bill that they can all vote on.
Right.
Otherwise, it dies. Like if they don't pass it here, it kind of dies. If I think the Republicans, if 4 Republicans vote no, it dies, and all the Democrats, obviously. But yes, and then the president can sign it or veto it, but he's gonna sign it because that's what he wants.
He tears it up. Ha! I was kidding.
Theoretically,
comedy is legal again. Ha 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 ha! And he just runs away, and then he moves to Cuba, and we never see him again.
Right. Theoretically, were the president to veto it, then it would go back to the Congress, and they would have to have a 2/3 majority vote to override the veto, or it dies. Like the process is actually fairly complex to pass a bill in Congress, and the Republicans control both houses. Man, it shouldn't be this hard for them to get this done, but it was
because it's that bad. It's that bad.
Yeah,
these are the lockstep. Whatever he says, we'll do. Whatever she says, we'll. Like they're always ready to fall in line.
Yeah,
and even they're like,
Dave W has a question in the chat. What happened to Musk's primary challenges? That's another thing that they have to worry about. They're sort of damned if they do and damned if they don't in this instance. If they vote for Trump, there's the threat of them getting primaried by Elon.
And every single Democrat is going to be gunning for you, or all the moderate Republicans that are left. They're just gonna unseat you. They can just point to the fucking bill, say that you voted for it. Look at how fucking shitty your life is. Vote for me instead of that guy.
And if they don't vote for it, then Trump is gonna be, jumping down their throats about it, and the Republican Party might primary them.
Right.
And there's one other wrinkle in this whole process that I didn't mention that Irish Swede, friend of the show.
Hello, Swede.
Says
uppity women now.
There were a lot of provisions that couldn't be in a simple majority bill. That's true. So they've not done this they've not done this through what is known as regular order. Regular order is passing a bill. In the House, it's a simple majority, but in the Senate, it's a 60 vote threshold to overcome any sort of filibuster. What they've done here is use what's known as reconciliation, where they're not actually passing a budget. They've just changed the numbers in the previous budget. And that's as long as it's an actual budgetary item, it's a simple majority in the Senate. There's a position in the Senate known as the Senate parliamentarian who makes the judgment calls on whether or not something is budget related. And that's how some of the Republican provisions got thrown out, because they were not budget related. So that's a whole nother complication.
Which agency was it? It wasn't CDC. It was something. It was some organization that they wanted to essentially doge and like just get rid of the whole thing. And they were like, that's actually it was the Fed, the ones that go after the financial crimes.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
CFPBD, that thing.
Yeah.
They tried to just like write that. They tried to put it because it's under the Treasury. So they tried to put its Treasury budget for $0.
Yeah.
So that it would essentially just mothball it, and then it'd just be be done.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
like, actually, they bring in more money than they cost. So no, so nah, dog.
They're like, no, if you want to get rid of an agency, you have to actually write a law saying that agency can't exist anymore.
You
can't
got to
just
let everybody vote on it. You can't just say it.
It was the same thing with the Department of Education. They tried to zero that out too. And they're like, well, you kind of have to pass a law, an actual law, not just a budget package.
Lordy.
So
as SNAP benefits. Joining us now is the Democratic governor of Kentucky, Andy Beshear. Governor, thanks for joining us this morning. As we've been discussing for the last several hours, it does look like Speaker Mike Johnson has the votes among Republicans to get this bill through, to get it on the desk of the President of the United States, who says he will sign it by the 4th of July. As you read through the details of this massive piece of legislation, what will be the impacts in your state?
Oh, it's going to be devastating. This is the day that Donald Trump and the Republican Party are telling the American people, especially in rural America, that they don't care about us. You look at what's going to happen in my state, 200,000 of my people are going to lose their health care coverage. 20,000 healthcare workers are going to lose their job. This is the Republican majority firing Americans that right now have a good job. And 35 rural hospitals may close, which is going to impact every single community they're in. What people don't know about rural hospitals is that they're typically the largest or the second largest employer in their communities. So you lose all those jobs. And every small business in rural America is going to be impacted by having fewer people, less dollars cycling through. And then when you think about worker productivity for America, it's going to take a nosedive because now you got to drive 2 hours to go see a doctor, not just for your appointment, but for your kids and your parents. And when your parent or grandparent gets kicked off Medicaid because they did not check a box, you're going to have to bring them into your own home, take time off of work, and ultimately pay for their medical expenses out of pocket. This is just crazy. It's going to hit Democrats, Republicans, independents. It's going to hammer the U.S. economy. This is the worst bill I've seen in my lifetime.
So as you grapple with this, what seems to be inevitable, that this is coming your way and to states across the country, how do you plug those holes as the governor of Kentucky? If 35 rural hospitals are closing in your state, what do you do about that on the state level?
No state.
I almost said out loud, oh, that's not Governor Beshear. And then I looked down at the bottom. I'm like,
has the budget to fix the federal government that Donald Trump and the Republicans.
I thought in my head, he's a different person. Like I have the wrong mannequin inside the display case. Like whoever I thought was Andy Beshear, that's not Andy Beshear. I don't know who the fuck it is.
Are about to break. No state can make up for hundreds of billions of dollars of Medicaid payments flowing through our economy. If you just look at the economy at large, healthcare is one of the fastest growing segments out there. And
how come the fucking pharma in all of them are not like up in arms about this? You know what I mean? Like Walmart went up there like, yo, with the tariffs, fuck is wrong with you? What
I don't know.
I don't know where these fucking and all these people who are around the medical field.
A heater. A heater.
The heater. If anyone wants to know where that came from, go back and watch yesterday's show.
Oh man. Tim Ballum, thank you so much for the super chat. 5 British pounds. You gonna read it?
Keir Starmer might be offering your medical employees jobs.
There's not going to be any hospitals.
Nope.
I mean, most
hospitals for us.
So as while also being a pastor's kid, my mom was an X-ray tech for like 100 million years. And she had to drive like 40 minutes to the hospital. If she had to drive over, you know what I'm saying? Like if she had to drive hours to work, it's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like she made good money enough to take care of us, but not enough to fucking drive forever in a day and never see. Like who does that? What nurse is going to do that? What janitorial staff is going to do that? No, their job's gone. Their job is gone.
Yeah, no, that's true. And like all these Yeah, well, Governor Bashir's right. Like all these hospitals are going to close because they don't have the funding anymore, and then you're going to have to drive 2 hours to see a fucking doctor.
And
That's
if you
crazy.
and if you know anything about small towns, maybe it's not the same everywhere, but at least here in the States, most small towns have one thing going for them. And it might be a different smattering of things, but it's usually one thing that they have. Like they're close to the highway. You know what I'm saying? Or the railroad goes through, and there's because there's jobs that way. Like all the big cities of old and now are ports. Because this is where the business happens. And then oh, I got the port, I got to bring in the stuff, and then those guys they're gonna want to drink. So I'm gonna build a bar, and then well, they're gonna need someone to sleep. So there's a restaurant, and there's so many workers. Let's build some apartments, and it spreads. This is normal shit. This is where these people are set up. So if you just start cutting that line, the flow of people from the port cities out into the rural areas is over. Everyone's going to be constricted back into the big cities. So as much as they hate it, they're going to have to leave where they're at. Because who wants to raise kids with no hospital? No hospital within 3 hours when Jimmy breaks his leg riding on his dirt bike.
Right. There's the possibility that they're creating ghost towns with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Entire
towns are just going to pack up and go. Small town America has already been suffering. Amazon can put up a fucking warehouse 20 miles away, and that whole town will lose. All of its small businesses will close up, because no one will work there. No one can afford to pay what Amazon is paying. They have no workers. The businesses shutter. Amazon leaves. It's too late. Everybody's gone already.
Yeah.
And then you just have to move.
It's gonna have a huge domino effect on communities.
This is the blight from Interstellar. We're gonna be blowing capitalist dust off of our bowls before we eat.
Tim Ballum with 5 more British pounds.
British pounds.
Don't forget the medical staff pay taxes, unlike the billionaires.
More tax revenue that we're not getting.
And that's tax revenues that, that's tax revenue that towns are not going to get, and that's going to cause towns to fall apart. Because depending on where you live, property taxes are a thing. Yep. There's local sales taxes. There's local income taxes for cities. There is going to be an economic collapse in small town America if hospitals and medical services close up shop. And you're going to see a lot of towns that don't have budgets anymore. You're going to see a lot of places that have to have emergency city managers because they don't have the tax revenue anymore. And those people are shit at their jobs. So just look at Flint.
Yeah.
There's going to be a state budget issue for just every state. Mm-hmm. If you live in a state, your state's going to have budget issues because Medicaid being cut and SNAP being cut means that the states have to cover more. And also, they're getting rid of FEMA, and they're getting rid of environmental protection, and they're getting rid of all these things that the federal government usually does for the states to do it. And no state has the money for that. The governor, Bashir, is correct. No state has, not even California, has the money for all that shit.
See, with 2 British pounds, also medical staff pay into the economy.
Yeah.
Yes. They need stuff. They like to eat. They usually use a car to get back and forth to work. That car needs service. Their house needs service. Their kids need watching. We're all connected on this shit. So maybe I'm just stuck in the past where I can't burn my house down and expect my neighbor to get in pain over it. I'm not sure who they're trying to hurt at this point because they're smashing themselves in the face trying to hurt us.
Yeah.
And it's this is all us, not just me. You're not hurting me. You're hurting you.
Well, you're not hurting the rich. The rich can kind of take it, right? That's what's going on here. It's the tax cuts at the top that are cutting all of this other stuff at the bottom. So they're just creating more wealth inequality.
Republicans just taking a hatchet to it. We're going to see job losses across America. And listen, we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best to plug some holes where we can. But even when you look at food assistance, which, my faith teaches me that in a country that grows enough food for everybody, nobody should starve. I mean, the miracle of the fishes and the loaves is in every book of the gospel. But look at what they're doing. Seniors and children are going to go to bed and wake up hungry. That's just wrong. And just the administrative costs pushed on Kentucky is an extra $66 million. So you think about plugging other holes. On top of that, you have the president not approving public assistance after natural disasters. That may cost my state another $300 million. So what this federal government is doing is fiscally wrong. It's going to add, trillions of dollars to the federal debt, but it's also going to blow up every single state budget where we have to balance those budgets. And I don't buy for a minute that they have to cause all this pain just for a tax cut. In Kentucky, I've expanded Medicaid while at the same time lowering the income tax and the property tax rate multiple times.
Governor,
it's almost like he knows how to govern. And this is the thing. The right, as much as they decry identity politics, it's truly all they have.
Yeah.
It's all offense. It's all, why should we have to? And it's always about saving money for themselves. They don't know how to actually govern when they get the fucking steering wheel. They have no idea.
I'll be honest and say that the Democrats, they don't fucking the Democrats in Congress don't have a fucking clue either.
No,
but
no, I'm saying, but these grand themes of things that they want to get done and their schemes to do things. It's never any policy to make a new something or do something positive or do something functional. It's just to stop other people from doing sex and marriage and healthcare for women and it's build something. Can't you get some generators or help Elon with his rockets and get Artemis? Do a literal fucking thing other than I'm just gonna not pay money, and that's the bottom line. That's the only thing that they can say to answer every question. I just don't want to pay any money.
Well, and that's the crazy part, right? They don't have, you're right, they don't have any ideas. Their only goal is self-serving policy.
Right.
That's it. It's what I can get for me while I'm here, and then when I'm out, fuck everybody else. And
or behind me.
Yeah, Republicans used to be about public works projects and building the interstate highway system and infrastructure and all that shit.
Bolstering the VA to be the beacon that it is.
Yeah.
On earth.
The GI Bill and making sure that the government was fiscally responsible. That was their whole fucking bag for 20 years. Even though they weren't entirely about it, at least they fucking tried. This is completely abandoning all of that.
It's just
$5 trillion to the debt is the opposite of everything they talked about while Obama was president and everything they talked about while Biden was president.
No,
and half of the shit they talked and half the shit they talked about while Trump was president the first time. They are blowing up the deficit for no reason. For no reason. Those programs that they're cutting aren't even a fucking drop in the bucket compared to the fucking deficit. Aren't even a drop in the bucket. What they need to do is what George Bush Sr. did when he realized that he was going to fucking blow up the economy and raise taxes. Raise taxes on the top tax brackets, not just the first one, the first couple tax brackets, the highest 2 or 3 tax brackets.
Yeah.
They need to raise taxes on corporations. The corporations are going to stay here no matter what.
They don't have a choice.
They don't have a choice. McDonald's is not going to fucking close up shop in every state and take their money elsewhere.
They'll just turn down the hundreds of billions of dollars.
Walmart's not going anywhere. Amazon is not going anywhere. raise taxes to like, I don't know, even the Obama era taxes, fine, whatever. I would say significantly more, but whatever.
40% corporate tax rate.
Right. It's too late to try and be a tax haven for businesses. Other countries have lower tax rates and they're doing fine. Like Ireland lowered their tax rates so that corporations can have headquarters there or whatever. And they did it. But
you can do it the fucking China way, which is take hundreds of thousands of your people and force them into high-skilled jobs.
There you go.
Force them into training and force them into, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's like China aside, Ireland has a much smaller, much less consequential economy than us. Sorry, Ireland, you just do.
For now.
For now. They can afford to do that and still provide their citizens with, you know, socialized medicine and education and all these other things that like good governments do. Like the Irish government's not perfect, but they have socialized medicine. You know, like they're taking away our health care. Meanwhile, other countries just, here you go.
You're sick. You're sick. You should go to the doctor.
You're sick. You should go to the doctor, and it's not going to break you financially.
Yeah. My unfinished journey, $2.22. Hail, Mikey. Wait. Hail, Tim.
Heater. Heater.
And cheater eating repub faces. Oh, leopard. Damn it. I said it's this
a heater.
Cheater. But it's not a cheater. It's a leopard. Yes. The leopard feast is almost here, y'all. It's almost here. Because again, this is without all the tariff uncertainty.
Yeah, man, that's next week. The 9th is when the tariffs are supposed to go into effect. Unless Trump fucking chickens out again, which he will. I guarantee it 100% he's going to be like 90 more days.
In 2 more weeks.
I don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Like Trump is going to fucking chicken out on the tariffs because he doesn't want to, because the economy is now like recovered from 90 days ago when he said that he was going to do it the first time. And he doesn't want to like tank the stock market again because every time he puts those tariffs on, the stock market goes.
He doesn't have a new distraction now.
That's
like
true.
Once this bill goes through, he's not going to have a distraction. Yeah, he's going to be right back on. All right, let me start fighting and arguing with everybody and pissing off world leaders. Let me get back to doing that. I haven't done that in a couple of months. Let me fire up the annoying fucking engine.
Governor of a red state, you're a Democrat, but you, by definition, have to work with Republicans. You always have. You continue to do that. How do you explain the vote taken by Republicans in Washington right now in Capitol Hill, all of whom know exactly what you've just said, that it is going to cost their own constituents?
Cheetah, burrito, single seater, margarita. Oh, it's so funny.
Constituents, the place where they live, the people who voted for them, their health care in some cases, or the hospital that they've counted on for all of their lives. Is it anything more than feeling the pressure from President Trump, who was up all night calling members, who was up all night posting to social media saying MAGA will not be happy with you, talking about his own movement if you vote against my bill? In other words, how do you explain the members of Congress, let's just take your state of Kentucky, voting against the interest of many of their constituents?
Well, it seems like they care more about being a good Republican than a good representative or senator. I mean, they're elected to represent the people of their districts. And for every Kentucky congressman or senator that's voting for this, it hammers their constituents. People are going to lose their jobs that voted for them and that voted for the president. I mean, people have lost their way if they think their number one job is to stick with their party instead of their people. You look at all the congressional delegation that voted for it in Kentucky, every single one has a rural or an urban hospital that's going to get hit. Every single one is going to run into someone that's going to lose their health care and not be able to get a cancer treatment. Every single one has people in their districts that will die if they do not have health care coverage. Listen, I remember when we expanded Medicaid, my dad was governor at the time, and I was in an elevator with him when a woman walked in, burst into tears. and said, I'd be dead without you, without that expansion. She could not get coverage because they considered cancer a pre-existing condition. But with the expansion of medical.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a couple of super chats. Tim Ballum, 2 British pounds. Mikey, look up Fatboy Slim Trump Glastonbury.
I don't.
And then
found Glastonbury, but there's nothing that has Trump in it.
And then SG for 2 British pounds as well. Watch out, Greenland.
I know, oh, right. Fucking the dumb is going to be back to, I'm bored. What was I doing? Greenland. That's right. Greenland. I'm trying to find.
So I'm
100th gig at Glastonbury.
Is that
do
is
you
that
have a
true?
wrench? Can you just drop the link?
Is that true? Are they getting rid of the fucking pre-existing condition thing?
Yeah, this gets rid of the ACA.
I don't think that they can. Is that in the bill? Hold on.
So how it's going to work is it's going to, like, your insurance won't have to do all of the shit it was required to do before.
Oh, I see. I see.
So they now have a way of weaseling out of it.
Right. It's so. Why do they just want to take things away from people?
But now they want to like talk like again. It's too many people's evil plan at once.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to give money to the insurance companies who are lobbying with you, and so that's why you're getting rid of the ACA or whatever, then at the other end of it, why are you going to have all the hospitals closed? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you can't do both. It's like they're trying to steal something while setting it on fire. Like, I don't know if that helps your situation. It's not going to work.
So the plane is on fire and upside down.
Oh,
The aircraft starts upside down and burning.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be our healthcare system. It's already fucked. And they're just like, well, maybe there's less money in it now. Russell. So if you broke a leg and have had it broken before, they won't cover it?
Yeah, that leg was already previously broken. We're not gonna.
Sir, that's a pre-existing. No, if you break it before you get to the hospital, that's a pre-existing condition. You didn't break it at the hospital.
You didn't break it in surgery. So how are we supposed to know?
Yeah, that leg could have been broken for years. We don't know.
Tie goes in, tie comes out.
You can't explain it.
I hope there's okay. I was hoping there was no music. 100th gig at Glastonbury. Yeah, I can't play this. I'm looking. What am I looking for? Yeah, you'll have to just describe it for me. I'm sorry, I can't just play it on the air without I don't have a way of listening to it without playing it, and then it's a festival, so it'll be his music and they'll copyright strike us.
Oh yes, we don't want to get copyright. Yeah. We like being semi-monetized. But yeah, no, the governor of Kentucky is 100% correct, and like his state is one of those states that's going to be extra fucked.
Yeah. Even Mitch McConnell was like, "Yo,
yeah,
I'm old, but shit, damn, all the and then like this domino effect that we're talking about gets worse when like retirement homes desperately depend on that money to stay open. So even if your grandpa is there because he had a bunch of money stowed away, they're not going to be able to stay open with 3 patients as opposed to 100. Like they'll just close it for 100, and then he's coming to live with y'all, and you're going to have to use that money to get him a private person, or someone's going to have to stay home. That's not going to be an option anymore. And good luck reopening those places once they're closed. Now you're going to have to convince somebody that it is a good idea to open that up and it will be profitable and they're going to make a return on that investment. They're not going to give you the money.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the other things, right? Let's say, for theoretical purposes, the Democrats win in 2026. They get the House and the Senate back together. And let's say they have such an enormous victory that they're filibuster proof in the Senate, which would never happen. Passing a law and saying that, like, oh, you know, we're veto proof or whatever, the president, even if he vetoes it, we can still override his veto. Even if all of that stuff happens, it's going to be hard to turn all that stuff back on.
Right.
It's going to be hard to get those hospitals back up and running. It's going to be hard to rehire those people as staff. It's going to be hard to get people back into the workforce. It's going to be hard to get people back onto Medicaid, get people back onto their health insurance, because it's so easy to turn things off. It's so easy to say, you're not getting this money. It's so easy to, it's so easy to tell people you're not getting your food assistance because we don't have the money. Sorry, there's a work requirement now. It's harder to get that stuff back up and running, which is why those programs were in place in the first place.
It's almost like we made them for a reason. It's like we didn't have them before, and then we made them because we saw that there was a need to create them. Back when the government actually did things.
2 British pounds in the super chat, Chris C. Health and social care should not be about profits.
Right. But there's no funding for real. And the limited government funding that you would get for like a clinic or something like that, here come the evangelicals. If you're not doing exactly what they say, they're going to go after your funding and they're going to try to shut you down.
Yeah. You
got a bunch of Muslims in there. Yeah, get rid of it.
It's all to cater the whiniest group of fucking people in the American electorate, fucking evangelical Christians. They're such whiny fucking bitches about everything.
Everyone's attacking us. No one was even looking at you. That's why you're mad. Just over in the corner. Ow! Ow!
Nobody cares.
Shut up. Die quiet.
Oh, God. They told me I had to say happy holidays. Oh, my God. You killed me.
The pain. Like, give me a fucking break, man.
They've already gotten everything they wanted. They've already gotten...
That's what I don't understand.
What's left, guys? After this bill passes, what's left? What else can you do?
No rules?
Right. I mean, that's what they've already said that to Trump. The Supreme Court was like, hey, Trump, there's no rules for you. You can do whatever you want.
It's going to be no rules for nobody.
Like, you've decimated the public administration. There's just agencies that are like dead on the ground. They're not coming back.
You think the ambulances are going to survive this?
Yeah.
Because those are not owned by the hospitals.
No, they're either private.
Yeah. Those are companies. Those are separate companies.
Yeah.
You think they're going to be able to do this if they don't think that they're going to get compensated by the government?
Nope.
They're not showing up.
No. It's going to cost a lot more.
And what happens when the firefighters and the police and all these other municipal jobs, their job goes to shit or something happens to them and now they have to stay home and take care of them because there is no hospital to take them to. It's it's a triple whammy. This is collapse.
Yeah. There's no more policy left to do on the conservative side. There isn't. They've gotten the abortion stuff they wanted. Now they've gone after healthcare. Now they've gone after insurance. Now they've gone after SNAP benefits. Oh, Mikey.
Tank the economy.
It's happening.
They're voting. Stop.
All right. Only one of us needs to do this. There we go. Speaker Jeffries is done speaking.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you, Russell. Just don't get old.
We'll watch this for a minute and see if they start getting to the vote. But there's nothing left for them to complain about. They've gotten everything. The tax breaks, everything.
Yep.
They've damaged the federal government to where departments are completely ineffective. Like one of those things that's not going to come back because it's going to take forever to rebuild is USAID.
Yeah, which doesn't get talked about enough.
Our soft power in the world is gone. It's gone.
And all those hundreds of thousands of people are now starving.
Yeah.
And it was at the direct hands of Elon and Trump for letting them do it. The blood is on their hands.
Hey, there's Congresswoman Delora
Hey.
and her purple hair walking across the
I was about to say, I know that purple hair.
But the World Health Organization is estimating that the loss of USAID is going to contribute to what, like 14 million deaths in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
That is on the hands of Republicans. That is on the hands of Elon Musk and Doge and this bill for not properly funding USAID. And all of these fucking Republican blowhards, all these hardliners who are like, we don't need to spend any money on anything except the rich.
And to give all, and it's unfortunate that it's a couple step process to explain to people how that money is not going to them, right? Because they keep hearing these tax cuts and they keep thinking that, see, everyone's going to save money. We'll keep more of our paycheck. These people do not have paychecks. Like that's what you know what I mean? Like they're so stuck in broke people language. You know what I mean? Like I'm broke too. Like I'm a poor too. I get it, but you have to read something. You have to watch some documentaries or some how-to. You got to understand the other side of the coin. Just because you don't trade stocks or you don't manage properties, you just, you go to your factory job. That is not an excuse to not understand what's happening right now. There is a reason why you make $100,000 working at your factory job and you feel like on top of the world. This is more money than you've ever had in your whole life. Cool. Good for you. But there's a catch.
Yeah.
You ain't even the smallest guppy in the pond right now. Like you are fucking plankton.
You are microscopic.
Yes, they can't even see you without aid from device. Like that's not a lot of money. The fact that you think it's a lot of money is the problem. The inflation has driven you to misunderstand the value of the dollars that you have.
Yeah. And that's another thing we haven't covered. I saw a report the other day that said the US dollar is at its lowest value since 1973. Like Trump has destroyed the value of the dollar. Let's see what this fucking blowhard's talking about.
Will not change the outcome that you will see very shortly when we deliver historic tax relief for working families, small business owners, and farmers.
That is not what this is.
I didn't expect them to have that voice.
Ah! Mr. Speaker, I yield 1 minute to our great Speaker of the House, Mr. Mike Johnson.
Let's hear what MAGA Mike has to say. 1 minute.
I thank the gentleman from Missouri. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Minute's up.
Oh, he's doing a bit. He's doing a funny.
You know, Ronald Reagan said one time that no speech should be longer than 20 minutes. And unlike the Democrat leader, I'm going to honor my colleague's time and be a little more brief than that. All right.
Fuck this guy.
You only got like 10 seconds left.
Learned when we were children. We were taught, it takes a lot longer.
Yeah, fucking yes. Yes. Fucking
truth.
14 Mississippi, goddamn.
Alice hear him.
What should I compare the dollar to?
My
pound?
friends and colleagues
Yeah.
on both sides of the aisle, we've
Or the
waited long
euro.
enough. Some of us have
73.
literally been up for days now.
73 pence to the pound.
But this
Yeah.
day,
Or to
this
the dollar.
day is a hugely
Euro?
important one in the history of our nation. We have a big job to finish, and that's why we're here on the week of July 4th, just a day before
85.
now, America's birthday. It was on
That's
that
not
fateful
good.
day as
Was a
Democrats
dollar to a dollar.
that our founders pledged their lives and their sacred honor to this grand experiment in self-governance that we are now here to steward. Experiment that falls to us to guard and to protect it. We take that very seriously on this side of the aisle. In just a few moments, we will remind the world why the American experiment still endures today and why
Fucking
its
Keebler
best
elves.
days are still ahead of us.
Get your ass up there and make some grasshoppers.
Oh yeah, Billy, to all Republicans, America is just a continuing experiment.
Beautiful bill. We are going to make this country stronger, safer, and more prosperous than ever before. And every American is going to benefit from that.
That's a lie.
Hey, pause it real quick. I will terminate the channel if I'm wrong on this. If this turns out to be the best fucking thing that ever happened, I will fucking end the network.
Yeah, we'll go home.
I'll fucking turn all this shit off. I'll cancel all the YouTubes, delete all the content. But I'm pretty confident that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And the fact that this little fucking elf wants to sit up there and just lie to the people, because of his position, they will implicitly believe what he is saying. And he is abusing that.
Yeah.
He is abusing that to get them to literally dive off of a cliff that there is nothing to save them from.
Right. It's not possible for the cuts that they're making to do anything but harm people. This is like trickle down economics on steroids. You're cutting, once again, they're not even cutting taxes. They're just keeping the tax cuts from 10 years ago.
No, and they're amping it up.
Yeah.
That's being amped up too.
Yeah. And in order to serve the fucking corporations and the billionaires and the millionaires who are already rich, they don't need to be richer. They don't need to be more wealthy. And to make the rest of us poorer. To make the dollar go a little bit less further.
They've never once described a single way that they're going to help people.
But Mikey, they're cutting taxes for farmers.
They're not going to have anything to plant. They don't have any fucking trade contract. Who are they going to sell it to?
But
you shut down all, like I can't even ship my shit to China or wherever I need to sell it because you shut down all the markets with your tariffs.
The biggest lie is that, and I'm sure he's going to say this when we go back to it, is that they're doing this to save money for the government so we can pay less in taxes and blah, blah, blah. They're not saving a fucking dollar. Every dollar that they cut in one of these programs is going towards like the military budget or homeland security or immigration enforcement.
Mm-hmm. $42,000 bonuses for all the new ICE agents.
Yeah.
But we're saving money out here.
Yeah.
Never mind how much they're paying them.
Hey, let's have this fucking guy finish his fucking shit.
Keyboard cuck.
Today, we are laying a key cornerstone of America's new golden age.
Wow.
Now, listen, we have a few words of gratitude first. Scripture's been
He should have said fucking Gilded Age.
Exactly.
cited a lot this morning, I think mostly out of context. But what I will say, one thing that we know about
watch your Nazi salutes back there.
Honor where honor is due, and that's what we do on this side of the aisle. I want to thank every single member of the House Republican Conference.
Oh, pause real quick.
Pouring their time.
Hey, y'all remember that fucking gerrymandered ass fucking district? There's its representative from Louisiana, from Louisiana's 4th, the one that's all shaped all squiggly wiggly so they could intentionally cut out Shreveport, which has a lot of black people in it.
Yeah. That's MAGA Mike's district. And the Supreme Court said, we're going to have to hear it again. They kicked the can down the road on purpose because they knew that it was bullshit. 5, what's that?
British pounds.
That's like $10 now. It's not trickle down.
Oh,
it's getting.
man. What's the Canadian? Oh, no.
It's getting pissed on by the Republican Party. Trump golden shower comes to mind. Brackets Trump fetish.
It's $1 to $1.36.
Our dollar is $1.36 Canadian. Fuck, man.
It's gonna be the same here pretty soon.
Fuck.
And their heart and their expertise and experience into this process. I want to thank all of our amazing staff.
Oh my God, stay away from that chat.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
boy.
those chats are fucking cesspools. Boiling cesspools.
Their dedication, their endless hours, their
This
hard
is more
work
than a minute.
made this all possible. I want to thank the White House Office of Legislative Affairs, who have basically lived with us now for the last few weeks. Their patience and persistence and their professionalism is greatly appreciated. Our country's incredible cabinet secretaries have been involved as well. They've assisted us in countless ways throughout this process. Our Vice President, J.D. Vance, helped us navigate so many dire straits along the last several weeks through the House and the Senate. And of course, our bold, visionary, fearless
They're each other's
President, Donald J.
accountability
Trump.
partners. So they know when the other one is watching porn. Ugh.
President Trump is the creator and the champion of the America First agenda.
Gross.
We will deliver upon that today.
Gross.
We come a long way. We come a long way. We began this
Oh, wait, I have
process
buttons
really
for
about
this.
15 months ago.
Thank
We
you.
had a sense, and we believed that we would have unified government. We would have this moment.
I'm not eating eggs. I'm not.
Not. It's funny that the
No, I'm not. I'm misleading you.
it's funny the egg thing went away when the bird flu got under control.
Oh, yeah. I know all about that, huh? So
Let's-
suddenly it's all fine.
It's almost like someone could have just said that in the fucking beginning when they were on the campaign trail to shut him the fuck up. It's like he's running on something that is a temporary thing. Just keep that in mind, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't get said once. He's like, well, I will lower all the eggs. Like, fucking goddamn, it's so fucking easy.
So suddenly this is all about you.
This country was stone cold dead. We had a dead country. We had a
Moment where the Republican Party would be given control of the White House and the Senate and the House. And we determined to ourselves that we would not waste that historic opportunity. We've had spirited debates, we've had months of deliberation, and now we are finally ready to fulfill our promise to the American people. That's what we are doing today. Now, look, before I respond to the allegations from across the chamber, I just want to take us back to a day that most of us will remember
way more than a
very
minute.
fondly for the rest
We're
of our
under
lives.
10
That's
kroner.
November 5th of 2024. That was Election Day, a fateful one for America.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
9.951 kroner.
Turn in history is because
The Swedish money.
the American
It used to
public
be like 11.
unmistakable clarity. We sensed it as we were all out campaigning. We saw that there would be a demographic shift in America. And that is exactly what the election yielded. We, in our party,
He said a demographic shift. Boy, not in his favor. But, you know, they gerrymandered all the districts and now they're deporting all the people that are a Democratic shift. So, you know.
Yeah, he looks like he's totally going to survive the anarchy that is about to ensue. He looks built for the task, you know.
He's ready.
He's tough.
He's tough.
He's
It's fucking-
all 5'4" of him.
Yeah.
He'll really do good in the apocalyptic aftermath of this fucking bill. Okay. When the hunter-gatherers begin.
A quick question to the chat. Speaker Johnson, bad Speaker of the House or worst Speaker of the House? This dude couldn't get anything done without the fucking president intervening.
had a record number of Black
the
and
drive-through speaker of the House.
Republican Party. We had a record number of Hispanic and Latino voters come to the Republican Party. A record number of Jewish voters
And then you
union
deported them
workers
all.
and suburban women
Yeah, they're
and
gone now.
urban voters. They came out in record numbers to join the Republican Party and the America First agenda with President Trump.
Oh, that's a real shame.
Yeah, leopards ate their face first.
That election was
Purposefully
decisive. It was a bellwether. It was a
even
time for choosing.
disingenuous.
And I tell you what, the American people chose overwhelmingly. They chose the Republican Party.
Nope.
And the
No, they
reason
didn't.
did that, they didn't come hesitantly. They came with hopeful anticipation. You know why? Because this is not your father's Democratic Party, okay?
If you only knew how ridiculous that statement
They
is, you
went
wouldn't have
so
said it.
far, full speed to the far left.
What?
And their radical, woke, progressive agenda
Yeah,
that
far left with Liz Cheney.
was rejected.
If anything, they came
by
more
the
to the center or the right.
Yeah, they went to the right. I have my own border bill. Like, it's
An opportunity economy.
These new voters came to us. They had enough of the Biden-Harris madness and all the things they were trying to hoist upon the American people that they just don't believe
Yeah,
in
like
their heart.
healthcare and education.
they were
Boy,
hopeful.
those things are
They
terrible.
came to us with hope. They wanted us to restore common sense and accountability, and we promised to them that we would do just that. Those new demographics came to the Republican Party because of open borders wreaking havoc on their communities. They came because of weakness at home that fueled
Yeah,
instability
busing them to
abroad.
Chicago in the winter with no
Because
jackets.
trillions
Great idea. That's a
reckless
solution.
spending put the price of gas and groceries further out of the reach for hardworking Americans. It
How's
wasn't
that going for you?
President Trump and our Republican majority in Congress are fixing all of that right now. President Trump said this week, we're the hottest country in the world again.
Oh, that's true. Temperature wise.
Yeah, global warming.
Yeah.
This country was stone cold dead. We had
Stone
a
hot
dead
dead now.
we had a-
Objective truth. Hey, listen, how about all the wins for the president and this party? Here's just a sample.
Oh, the illegal acts.
Week.
Oh, yeah.
The headline
You
today
turn it
will
back up.
be the one big beautiful
Turn it
bill
up.
passes the Congress.
Yeah, you
okay?
turned it down and then I can't better.
You got to hold your applause. There's too many wins. Are you tired of winning yet? Fourth jobs report in a row exceeds expectations. A sample of the headlines. Lowest
Clap if you're a Nazi.
in U.S. history. We closed the border.
There they are. There's the Nazis. Stand up, Nazis.
You people sicken me.
Yeah, these are fucking. This is
Last
the
couple
Nazi
of days,
party.
a new trade deal with Vietnam and all the countries of the world around the world.
Oh, that
lining
means
up
two
for
trade
that.
deals.
UPenn agrees to ban biological men
Hey,
from women's
Pause
sports.
it, pause it. And the trade deal is because his stupid fucking reciprocal tariff, because Vietnam is a small island nation and they buy a lot of American shit. He put a 48% tariff on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were doing just fine, not bothering us. We put crippling tariffs on them, and then they just agreed to whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah.
So, like, that's not a trade deal. That's not getting someone to the table. That's disrupting an entire country's economy because you're dumb.
Yeah. And listen, the Republicans, if they get everything they want, hey, good on them. Well, the rest of us are fucked.
Yeah.
These congressional Republicans, they don't care. They
No.
don't care.
My
$2. My unfinished sock. Don't pass the pig bonkers bill. Share and like instead.
Fuck pretty much everything right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they ought to give a personal apology to every female athlete impacted by that.
Oh, go fuck yourself, buddy.
Gas prices are at a 4-year low, my friends.
No, they're not.
Air
No,
Force
they're
and Space
not.
Force both hit their 2025 recruiting goals 3 months early.
Who's recruiting for the
Israel
Space
is
Force?
agreeing to a 60-day ceasefire with Hamas. Successful strike on Iranian nuclear sites.
Wait, pause it.
Handles that problem. That's exactly.
Over 800 people have been killed going to the aid stations.
Yeah. What are they
But there's
talking about?
I got a ceasefire with Hamas. I'm just killing the Palestinians for fun. What the fuck? I hate this place.
I heard the Israeli military just killed a rather prominent Palestinian surgeon.
Yeah.
And his whole family.
Yeah.
In a bombing. Like, what ceasefire?
Yeah, Hamas stopped attacking and Israel kept attacking.
Yeah.
That's a ceasefire now. Like, this is like Nazis, y'all. Listen, I'm not joking. They are white supremacist evangelical Nazis.
Yeah, look at
Don't expect anything different out of them.
Look at the wave of color behind him. Just a diverse group of, I don't know, different white people. They got different ties. Look at them.
Right.
There's even a woman. Al Qaeda.
Strength is back. America's back. It's resulted now in a ceasefire deal between Iran and Israel.
I don't think Iran said we can't do this anymore. Iran said, please stop. That's the ceasefire.
Look,
Yeah,
they hit all their goals. Yeah.
Everyone's looking to join Space Force, man.
Look, we lowered the recruitment from 10,000 to the 10 people that showed up. Goal, mission accomplished. Fucking alligator Auschwitz. Yeah, that's what this is. These are like, you guys are not hearing me when I say this shit. We have to plan for what happens after they are ousted, because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
because this is going to be horrible for the people.
The country is going to have to be rebuilt.
Right.
The government of the United States is in shambles. There's nothing to stop the president from doing any of this. The Congress, this fucking bill is the only thing they're going to do in his term. It's the only thing he cares about. I guarantee you there will not be another major piece of legislation out of this Congress until after the midterms.
Right.
In fact, there won't be another. This Congress will be, after the midterms, will be done, because there'll be, I guarantee you, there'll be a Republican minority, at least in the House. I don't know how the Senate is going to go, because those people are fucking crazy. But in the House, the Republicans...
Rand Paul rebukes your remarks.
Yeah. They only have a 4-member majority in the House. That's easy enough to overcome. They lost members in the last election. I think they maybe lost 1. But this Congress is going to be like lame duck after this. They're not going to do anything, because this is all the president wanted. He doesn't care about Congress except for this bill. He's going to do everything on his own. And the Supreme Court's going to let him do it. They already said, hey, we don't want any power. Here, executive branch, have all the power. And so did Congress. Congress said, here, executive branch, have our war powers and our taxing powers. So after this, Trump doesn't need them. They can go fuck themselves.
Yep. And then he can just betray them at his convenience.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, most of those Republican members know they're going to be betrayed, but they would rather not have daddy yell at them.
Could have had a black girl.
As she says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is it that the midterms will be postponed or will not happen? It depends on how much Trump cares about the Constitution. That's my answer.
I think we'll have them. I'm pretty confident in it.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you they'll be rigged if the Republican Party doesn't win.
I think they'll try to rig it before they try to cancel it.
Yeah,
because that's pretty overt to just be like, no elections.
We don't need those.
Yeah, that might happen in other places that have like the snap elections and shit like that. We don't have that over here. Ours are scheduled.
They are scheduled. They're mandated by the Constitution.
Right.
Countries are increasing their defense spending, not just 2%, 5% of GDP. Okay.
Why? Why? Oh, are you just talking about NATO? Why?
The
You're the one
president
attacking
got in
everybody.
charge and got a Rwanda-Congo peace deal. The Supreme Court ended nationwide injunctions. How about that?
That's going to bite them in the ass.
Sure is. Say goodbye to your guns.
That conservative majority on the Supreme Court also allows third country deportations. We've had a record high stock market, and we're signing a China trade deal. That's just the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks.
There's no China trade deal.
No, y'all just stopped arguing. That's all.
So many simple truths to share, and so little time to do it, because because we were built on the ultimate foundation. And the bold declaration that my friend Hakeem Jeffries articulated earlier is true. We unite under that. The bold declaration that we do hold these truths to be self-evident. What is a self-evident truth? It's something that's obvious. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. It does not say born equal. It says created equal. And that it is our Creator. Yes. It is our Creator that gives us our rights. See, the power.
It's not God that gave you rights. Stop fucking claiming that shit. It's the Constitution of the United States that gave you rights.
Which is God.
Hold on. Stop it. God didn't give you rights. There's no rights in the Bible that God gave you.
Uh-huh.
No, this is not the 10 Commandments. All right.
I have the right to covet.
This is the U.S. Constitution giving people rights. Now, Thomas Jefferson may have been a fucking preacher, but he also wrote in there that the Constitution is giving you rights. Not God, not the Bible. The 10 Commandments, they don't mean shit to the Constitution. Stop it. You evangelical fucks. So sick of that.
The powerful thing about that is we're the first nation in the history of the world that acknowledged that our rights do not derive from government.
Internal screaming. Wait.
On screen.
You people sicken me.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
I'm grabbing that screenshot.
That's all. There are plenty of things that are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
Am I allowed to share that? Is that okay?
Share what?
Progress only.
Progress only? Oh.
They come from God himself.
Which God?
The good one.
Which one? Who's God?
The good one.
The good one.
The one true one.
The one true God. Bahamut?
Yes.
Tiamat?
Tito.
Olitamara. I'm trying to think.
No, Tito. He played guitar.
Tito. Paylor. Look at these fucking train seals.
You see those words up there, that motto? It says, "In God we trust," right above the speaker's roster.
You fucks put that there. It never said "In God we trust" until you fucking put it there.
In the 50s.
In the 50s. You also put God into the Pledge of Allegiance when it wasn't there. Stop putting God everywhere. Listen,
and on the money.
I don't know about y'all. I'm not like fully an atheist, but I'm so sick of God being in the government so much. When it comes to government, I am an atheist. Take God out of my government. I don't want it there.
Tim, sounds like you've been watching too much porn.
I don't have enough fucking accountability buddy like MAGA Mike here watching my fucking Google Chrome. But let me tell you,
this is the longest minute of my life.
I know. I've been tracking it. His minute has been 13 minutes long.
Jim, you know, a previous Congress put that there in the early 60s in the height of the Cold War. There's a little
to fucking counter the fucking atheist Soviets. That's why they put it there, because they were afraid, oh, if we don't have God and everything, we'll be Soviets.
If we have a God layer and it'll act like a buffer, like a Rain-X, and then the communism will roll over the windshield.
God.
Fuck.
Visitor's guide that people get when you do tours late at night. You've probably seen your constituents and visitors and friends get the guide. If you turn, I think it's about to page 21. It explains why that's there. And it says, Congress voted to put that there as a rebuke to the Soviets' worldview. at the
Yeah,
height of the
see?
Cold War.
See?
Why?
I was right.
Because
The Red
communism,
Scare.
socialism, find their
Not
root
the
in
same
Marxism.
thing.
And Marxism begins with
Not
the
the
belief
same.
that there is no God. It's wrong. And this
If you
Congress
only
made a
knew how
stand those many
ridiculous
years
that
ago, and we should
statement
do
is,
it
you wouldn't
again.
have said it.
We're different, we're distinct, we're exceptional because we acknowledge that right there, our motto.
You people sicken me.
Hi, PC. Can I have an air horn for PC?
It doesn't say in government we trust. It says in God we trust. And we better remember that.
Well, God can go fuck
He has
himself. How
blessed
about that?
us with and self-governance now for almost 2.5 centuries. And by God's grace, we are working hard. We are delivering on our promise to make America great again.
We're all gonna starve, dumbass.
Yeah. This is how democracy ends, with clapping.
This is without a doubt the most
Thunderous
important vote in this
applause.
Congress. And
Thunderous
I think
applause.
this may be the most important vote that any of us take in our entire lifetimes. And everybody better
Yeah, let's
remember it,
God.
however you vote today. My friends, the President of the
me line
United
up.
States is waiting with his pen. The American people are waiting for this relief.
I didn't think he was
We've
gonna
heard
say
enough
pen.
talk. It's time for action. Let's finish the job for him. Vote yes on the bill.
All right, we don't need to hear all this fucking
Go to the live. Let's see where we're at.
glad handing. Here we go. Oh, it's the vote. There's one nay on the Republican side. Come on, 3 more nays. 3 more nays.
Hey, so here's the hot tip. Okay, go to the little gear.
Okay.
No, you can. Oh, there is no audio probably. Hit the gear, and then playback speed. Even though it's a live stream, put it to 2% or 2 times. So what this will do is it'll get rid of all of the buffer lag, and then you'll
I
be
see.
getting a closer to the feed.
Mikey's production tips.
I watch a lot of YouTube, y'all. If you knew how many hours a day I watched political content, you would throw up.
Yeah, I also do watch a pretty good amount of political content. Oh, by the way, I was texting this to Mikey earlier while we watched this vote happen.
Yes.
I am about halfway through that Jordan Peterson book, and that dude fucking loves lobsters, man.
He's been yelling at his wife all week. I'm at the top of the hierarchy, and you support the bottom.
His 12 rules for life are amazingly simple. And after each chapter, which is one of the rules, like the first rule is stand up straight with your stand up straight or whatever, and then the rest of the chapter is about fucking lobsters and birds and just nonsense. He goes into like, if you want a good sampling of what this book sounds like, I mean, I love Some More News, but there's a Jordan Peterson episode. It's very long, but it's not as long as this fucking book is. And it thoroughly explains everything that's going on in this book about how Jordan Peterson is a weird fucking Nazi.
What do you know?
And he loves like something called Price's Law, which is, he calls it a natural law, and that's not what natural laws are, but
That's not what that means.
that's not what that means. He goes into like how, like, you know, the top 1% birds are lobsters are submarines. Listen, the lobster stuff is fucking weird, man. He's not even right about lobsters.
I was about to make a bird camera joke. I was like, every time you said bird, I was about to say camera.
Camera, yes, camera.
Just subtly correct you. Just no, you mean camera.
You mean, yeah. I'm not even gonna get into all of it because he's very Bible-y too. Like he loves the fucking He loves the Bible.
No, because what it is that these fucking egotistical Nazi types are excellent cherry pickers.
Oh,
So
yes.
they'll go into the fucking Bible and like, ooh, look at this. But we've been watching atheists debunk Christian apologist videos for the last 100 fucking years. Hold on, I got one.
Oh, you got one?
Oh, is it still going?
The vote's still going. Oh boy. I think this is going to pass. There's only 29 Republicans left. Yeah. Yeah, this is there better be 4 fucking Republicans in that 29 that don't want to vote for this shit.
And this thing updates weird, so that's why I hate looking at it when it does it, because the numbers will switch and all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well,
let it marinate.
Sorry.
God damn
I keep hitting the button. Don't give me control of things.
Don't click my screen. Click
I'll
your
do whatever I want. Anyway,
get your mouse off my screen.
I'm halfway through the Jordan Peterson book. I'll have a full book report when it's done. It's weird.
All right. Tim, we don't have to worry about this bill because there's a new hire at the White House.
Former FBI agent once accused of storming the Capitol is now working inside the Justice Department. Jared Wise, indicted for assaulting police and unlawfully entering the Capitol on January 6th, is now part of the DOJ's Weaponization Working Group, an internal team tasked with investigating so-called prosecutorial overreach in politically sensitive cases.
Anybody who arrested them or prosecuted them, they're going to go ruin your life. And the guy in charge is this guy.
Body cam video captured Wise shouting, "Kill him," as rioters attacked officers on the Upper West Terrace. He spent about 9 minutes inside the Capitol, shouting, gesturing, and reportedly comparing police to Nazi agents. His federal trial was cut short in early 2025 after President Trump issued a full pardon. Now, Wise serves as a counselor and investigator under Ed Martin, a longtime defender of January 6 defendants. The working group was launched by Attorney General Pam Bondi in February to review what she called unethical prosecutions. Critics say putting Wise...
I'm allowed to do that? I could just do that? Because you're saying it was unjust. So we can just do this? That's the message I'm hearing, is that they want me to, they say it is, this guy should not have been punished for his activities. Oh, I was unaware. I thought that, breaking into a federal building, yelling, "Kill him," and all that shit. I thought you weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah. And Mikey, then he got pardoned by the president.
Pardon because he did something.
No. See, he was just a peaceful tourist. He wanted to see some congressional offices up close and meet Nancy Pelosi, I'm sure.
Yep.
He was that's just him being excited.
Maybe it was an enthusiastic gesture. Let's hear it one more time.
West Terrace. He spent about 9 minutes inside the Capitol.
That's the police's body cam.
Yeah.
That we were looking at.
Yeah.
You can tell because the little axon joint up in the top right here. Yeah, it's from January 6th at 4:22. What the fuck are you still doing at the Capitol? Trump's speech was at like 10 or 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So now he works for the DOJ?
Yeah, to go prosecute the people who went after the January 6ers.
Oh my God.
What is this music? Turn this shit off.
Yeah, turn that. We don't need that.
From Oregon. Former FBI agent for the Homegrown Violent Extremist Terrorist Task Force.
Oh, so he knows all about it.
Seen on surveillance entering inside the Capitol.
Well, he's went to go stop the protesters from.
Right.
Yeah.
Seen and heard on body cam yelling at officers, "You guys are disgusting. I'm former law enforcement. You are the Nazis. You are the Gestapo. You can't see it. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you."
The Capitol. He's saying that to the Capitol Police,
who are stopping a violent mob. As others assaulted officers, yeah, fuck them. Yeah, kill them. Kill them. Like, this is the well-reasoned man who's going to execute, unbiased justice.
who also, by the way, was recording while he was saying those things. He had his camera.
Where's that tape?
Yeah, let's see that one.
Let me see if there's any. Yeah, it's just this weird music. But yeah,
that's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. The vote's still happening. There's still 11 Republicans that haven't voted, so nobody has a majority of votes yet.
Oh, did Fergus only say yes? I could show it. I might have missed it.
I don't know. I didn't see. Progress only. Let's see.
Can I show people? Or no? The DM you sent me. I hate it here, and I can't do anything in my position to help. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel the same exact way.
All in the same boat.
9 Republicans are left to vote.
Definition of a bad actor in a group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is the guy who says, no, I'm former law enforcement. Don't show that. Okay. That's what I was saying. Good thing I asked.
We're almost there. I don't know what the fuck is taking these 9 people so long. Come on, guys. Just fucking vote. Where are these 9 members? We need to know. So the Democrats...
I'm going to South Korea so I can go play Squid Game.
There's a second no vote. Yes. 2 more.
2 more votes.
2 more votes. Because there is 1 seat that's vacant in the House right now. So there's only 434 members, and there's no tiebreaker in the House.
Yeah, so if you don't pass 50, you don't pass 50.
Exactly. Oh, come on. There's got to be 2 more votes in those 5 that are left. I want to know who the 2 Republicans who voted no. I know who one of them is. It's that Pennsylvania guy who shouted no last night. Because he said, fuck this shit.
And this is the House?
Yeah. So one of them might be Thomas Massey, because I know he was one of the no votes originally.
They can vote president.
They can vote president, and that would also fuck with the voting. 216. Fuck me.
This is literally the scene from the fucking Squid Game episode we watched yesterday.
Yeah.
When they were like voting to continue the game, and everyone's just like, "End the game! End the game!"
One more vote in favor of the Republicans, and then that's it.
Did you do the thing to speed it up again?
It is live.
Yeah, there we go.
Come on, guys. I don't have all day. I want to eat. I got quesadillas waiting for me.
Is it birria quesadillas?
Oh, I wish. But
dude, I was like, you made birria, you piece of shit.
Listen, next time I go to the store, I'm buying the fucking ingredients for it, and I'm making it, and I'm going to videotape it, and I'm going to let you watch me eat it.
And I'm going to be at your house.
Who are these 2 fucks that haven't voted? Just fucking get it done. See, one of the things they did in the House was they outlawed electronic voting.
Mm-hmm.
This would be done by now if they just had to press a button. but they all have to go up to the fucking counter and say, I vote yes or I vote no, like it's 1930. It's guys, change the rules of the House. Let them vote electronically. Just put a button on their thing like it's fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yes, Billy, I do cook quesadillas.
That's just a Mexican grilled cheese. You ain't slick.
and fajitas.
Fajitas. I like how the little monster is pouring all of her blocks out, playing with them, and she is cleaning them up because I tricked her into thinking that cleaning up the blocks is fun.
Ah, there you go. Cleaning is part of play.
Because it's like those like big popcorn tins?
Yeah.
A empty popcorn tin with like the Disney princesses on it, and I put all of her blocks in there. So I was like, all right, let's clean up. And I like threw it up real high and it makes like a bling, like big clang sound. She was like, I want to make clangs. So now it's fun to clean up because she gets to make noise, which is she likes making noise even more than she likes making a mess.
The other sad thing is they turn off all the microphones for this, so you can't hear what they're all chit-chatting about. Like, I want to hear what the conversation's about in there.
Hey, yo, we should get a screenshot of all their fucking faces now. Keep that same motherfucking energy. When shit starts to hit the fan, keep that same motherfucking energy.
Well, I know 216 representatives that need to be voted out fucking immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck those people. Fuck MAGA Mike. And God didn't give you your constitutional rights. Politicians did.
I might have to pour some water on the skeleton of Dutch. And we're gonna
hydrate him.
And we're gonna have to start get some candidates.
There we go. 217. The Republicans have it. The one big beautiful fucking thing is passed. So fuck us.
Yep. That's
Good
the
luck.
game.
Good luck, America. Let's hope that they don't do too much damage before we can fucking try and fix things.
Yeah, this one's gonna hurt. This is what I predicted after the election, that they're gonna try to put in harmful, harsh, drastic changes, and we are gonna have to find a way to survive until the midterms.
Yeah, this is draconian. This is beyond austerity.
No, this is massive deaths. We're gonna have high casualty events. Because I'm telling you, you cannot take these people's health care away. They're gonna lose their fucking minds.
I imagine there's going to be another nationwide protest put together, like No King's Day. I imagine that there will be big protests at the Capitol, like marches.
I don't encourage it. Don't. This is what they wanted. Go take care of your fucking families and go fucking build community. Do not fucking make yourself a target for these fucking Nazis. I repeat, Nazis who have facial recognition software. Do
Look
not
at all
protest. You go ahead.
Look at all these motherfuckers thumbs upping the C-SPAN camera.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Screenshot that.
I will. How do you screenshot something?
I
don't have the button. My keyboard doesn't have that button.
Print screen?
I don't have a print screen.
If you do, I think one comes with it. In your little search thing, search screen snipper. It comes with you have a snipping tool. That's what it is.
Screen capture?
The snipping tool.
Oh, snipping tool. I see.
And then I put that on my toolbar or taskbar, so I can just do it.
New.
Yep. And then it'll darken everything. There you go.
Look at these fucking assholes. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Because, and again, I'm not over here like prescribing violence or anything like that. I'm just saying this is going to be so awful.
Yeah.
So terrible.
Well, Mikey, I think in a year's time, it won't be just the Democrats protesting.
No.
I think in a year's time, it'll be fucking everyone.
Yeah.
It won't be just the liberals. It'll be the independents and the conservatives protesting this bullshit when it affects them.
Right.
Because that's the only way Americans fucking feel anything is when it affects them.
I would say yes. And that there are some groups of people where it is more prevalent than others.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's absolutely true.
Certain demographics seem to never give a fuck about anything unless it is literally inside their house, unless it's their kid. Like they didn't give a shit about fentanyl and drug overdoses and people on Skid Row. They never gave a shit about any of that until a couple of famous rich white people, their kids started dropping. And now it's an epidemic and we have to stop everything and everybody needs to relax. I didn't hear all that when the fucking crack was raging through the black community in the 80s.
Yeah.
They said, just say no. That's what I said for fentanyl. Just say no. Just don't do it.
And that coalition that MAGA Mike was talking about is gone. It will be gone.
Yeah.
The Hispanics, they will not tolerate the immigration stuff, and they will not tolerate the reduction of Medicaid and SNAP because, like Hakeem Jeffries was talking earlier, he said that 20% of the Hispanic vote is on SNAP benefits or on Medicaid. 20% of anything in this divided country is more than enough to change a fucking coalition.
Right.
Even 10%. And they're talking about, oh, Trump got record high votes from Hispanics and like the Latin community this in 2024. Yeah, because he lied to them. He lied to them about what he was going to do. And this is the lie right here. This bill. He lied to, and the immigration stuff. He lied to every single one of them about what he was going to do on immigration and what he was going to do in regards to pricing and tariffs. And when they find out that their stuff is going to be inflated, that it's going to cost more for fucking everything.
Wait till back to school comes.
And oh, by the way, the government is like just going around rounding up brown people for no reason and deporting them
to who knows where. They don't even have
who
to
knows
tell
where.
They don't even have to tell you.
And they don't even care if you're a citizen or not. So the people who voted,
they're not checking. That's their policy. They're not even going to check.
So, hey, he's either going to deport his coalition or they're going to vote against him the next time around. Those are the two things that are going to happen.
Well, hopefully they can deport him first, because he would hate to lose votes. But I mean, if they're going to vote the other way, you just gotta do what you gotta. Maybe that'll be next. They'll just, look and see who you voted for, and then that'll just decide whether or not you can stay.
And to all the Republican congressmen in the Senate and in the House of Representatives, if you think that you're untouchable like Donald Trump, you're fucking wrong.
Dead ass wrong.
Donald Trump may be fucking immune from everything, but you're not. You're gonna be protested. I encourage, if you live in the United States, call your congressman if they're Republicans and tell them to go fuck themselves. Because I got a bunch of that when I was working for a Democratic congresswoman, and they have to record that. They have to record it and log it. And if you tell them to fuck themselves every single day, hey, they got to record that every single day.
Maybe they'll fuck themselves.
There'll be a ticker on the wall saying, oh, so-and-so called for the 10th time and told me to go fuck myself. Tell them you're voting them out of office. Tell them because of what they did today, that they will no longer be your representative next year.
And good luck in the private sector with the rest of us broke crazies.
Yeah.
Because once you're out of office, you're out of office. And Trump is not going to pick up all 500 of your bitch asses and put you under his wing. He doesn't care about you. Yeah. Hey, you can stunt for that girl from out of town if you want to, but you still live here.
Yeah.
You still live here.
And
you're gonna have to deal with the bullshit of the awful state of your state.
Yeah.
You have to live in the country. You don't live in DC. You live in your state. And if your state is gone to shit, your little mansion that you have all cordoned off with security, they will come for it. Or you're not going to have nothing to eat or do, or this is okay.
Or if you're, oh man, what was the name of that Democrat who, like, he was having a town hall and people are like, if we lose Medicaid, that's all we got. I forget his name, but to the Democrats who didn't do enough, be prepared for the shit to happen to you too. Be prepared for be voted out of office as well. Because there are a select few Democrats who really tried. But I would say a good half of the caucus was fucking absent for most of this.
Yep.
Or ineffective. Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, his performative speech today, 7 or 8 hours, however long he did it, that was the fucking least he could do. And it was performative. Everyone knew what was going to happen as soon as he ended that speech. He just wanted the Republicans to do it at like East Coast time, like 2:00 in the afternoon rather than 6 in the morning, so people could see it happen. But it was still going to happen. So the Democrats need to get their shit together.
I don't think they're going to have
or leave.
Yeah, I think there's just going to be a bunch of vacancies.
It's already starting. There's a bunch of Congress people retiring. A bunch. And good. More should.
Me too. I want to see the Northern Lights. Oh, wait, I'm going to Scotland.
Yeah, we're all going to Scotland.
To Scotland.
I'll tell the wife. She's about it.
Actually, I think I need to go. I need to get little Stinky Butt's passport.
Safe haven in Scotland.
Yeah, we were looking at some options for career paths and different things. So, yeah, we might because I am a dick. And I'm 6 foot and I can take care of myself and I can keep people away from me and protect myself. I have 2 girls. They deserve better.
Yeah.
So if I need to go somewhere else to give them better, then that's what I'll do. I will fight every single MAGA fisticuffs the entire time. But that doesn't make for a safe environment for a little stinky butt.
Well, Mikey, I'm so hungry, and the rage just makes me hungrier.
I'm hungry with rage.
So hungry with rage. So angry.
All right, I got a palate cleanser for you.
Good.
Don't worry, guys. I knew this was gonna happen. That's why I got this. Check it out.
Ooh, drag racing.
Well, top lights are, that means everyone's there. You got to go up to the second row of lights. There you go. That means you're on the line. Other car's not on the line. I wonder how fast he is. Excuse me? Excuse me?
What's the 0 to 60 on that car?
Oh my God. He was like not even moving. The car with the dash cam his 0 to 60 was 2.5 seconds. That's like 0.3 off like the world record. That is an amazing launch. Well, I'm talking like production cars 0 to 60. So anything that we would have driven. So this was an amazing launch. He fucking hit the tower just right, the tree just right. It meant nothing.
Damn. Come on, man.
He's done already.
The chute already opened.
Yeah.
That's a fast car.
That's a fast car.
So he just did a 10-second quarter after. I mean, he let off after like the first 50% of the race because there was no point at that. Point. There's just they just. I mean, but the guy did a fucking 10-second fucking quarter. The guy beat him. He could have done it 3 times.
He went to 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, and that dude was fucking gone.
He was already halfway down the thing. What kind of
Jesus
car?
Christ.
What is that? I can't even tell what it was. It was going so damn fast.
No, it's a fucking Blur. That's what kind of car it was.
It's a Dodge Blur. I almost want to say that's a Miata with a little rear spoiler on it.
Maybe. You can't see it clearly because it's going so fast.
Is it a Fox body?
It's faster than the frames per second.
I think these are the individual frames, dude. Look how far it's moving. Bro, just be out of here, huh?
Yeah. It's just on, man.
Bye. Jesus. There you go. Some raw speed.
That's a fast car.
Electricity? Maybe.
Maybe.
Dynamite. Nice.
All right. So we have another show later in the day, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whatever relative time that you live in. Unbox Politics. I don't think we have a mark, so we might just do some speaking from the. Not speaking from the center. It's not the center anymore. We're not speaking from the center anymore.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck the center. That's the new name of the show. Fuck
we'll talk with Ali about what happened today, and we'll just try and work through it. Some group therapy.
And Trip. No, that is a straight up camera. That happened. I mean, he launched so good too.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Yeah. That's a fast car.
Yeah. Just fucking.
If he was 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, that other car must have been 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds.
Yes.
Insane.
So y'all be good.
Yeah.
Don't be sad. You can be sad today, or you can have your day to grieve, or you can have your mental health day. But then you drink some water, you take your vitamins, you eat a protein bar, and you get your ass back up and you keep fighting with us. Because this ain't over. It ain't never over.
Yeah. No, the fight never ends, unfortunately.
That will do it. Speaking from wherever the fuck we are.
Speaking from Scotland.
Ooh. Or maybe some socialite in Europe will be like, you know what? I've always wanted a podcast in my house. And then they'll just fly us all out there to live in their house and record the show.
So happen. If you're a socialite, put it in the chat. Send
us an email, thebinpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. And if you're not a socialite, become a member. It only costs $2, guys. Yeah. And you get special bonus content, or go to patreon.com/thebinpodcast, become a patron. All the same stuff goes there as well.
Yes.
And we'll see you later today.
Love you.
Bye.